붙였어요.
아니 살았어요.
아.
Town is under siege.
여유가 생겼다는
오,
거.
세포. 약간 보니까
네.
그 가골 쓰는 느낌하고 좀 비슷하지 않나요? 언데드가?
그러네요.
네.
그리고 이제부터는 아처를 뽑을 수밖에 없습니다. 드라이더 체크를 했기 때문에.
드라이어드가 나오기 전에.
설마.
자, 이건 갔죠.
설마.
이건 인텐그리고. 근데 이거 때리면 불마가 죽는데. 앞쪽 이게
이게 안
사업
되죠?
눌러준 상태여가지고.
그렇죠.
네.
괜히 이거 아처 잘못 끊기면 윈드라이더 상대가 안 될 수 있어요.
자, 표창 스틸.
그냥 대답하네요.
그렇죠.
한태준 들어갑니다. 요 싸움은 아처가 좋은 위치기는 한데
그냥 불마가 한번 들어가보는 것도 괜찮을 것 같아요. 뒤쪽으로.
좋은 위치긴 한데 들어가서 말씀해
자,
주시면
들어가서 밀어 이미지.
뭐 되나요? 여기서 라이프
아니, 아초 라인을 붙을 만한 지금
여기까지
밀리 병력이 없어야 돼요. 불 맞았다. 쇼.
아니냐? 요거는 고민을 해봐야 돼요.
네.
막히냐 안 막히냐.
레이더 인스네. 자, 펜더. 자, 이거 아래로 내려가가지고.
펜더 잡아요.
스스.
이걸 못 잡나요?
근데 지금 아예 그냥 뺐어야 되는데.
요거
조금 놓쳤던
태웁니다.
것 같죠?
네.
자, 오, 레이더.
근데 시간이 들어가는 시간이 애매해서
그렇네요.
이거 뜰 것 같아요.
그렇죠. 홀 치는 게 나아요. 그렇죠.
차라리
홀 치는 게 낫죠.
와.
몇 마리가 한 마리 죽었다.
여기가
판이에요, 상.
이거 꽝 찍는 거기 때문에 저렇게 점사는
와.
의미가 없어요. 센데요?
아니 플라이 지금 보고
전투력
기조에서 지금 거의
살린다고 이거?
포탈 넘겨주고
이걸 살린다.
플라이 포탈 그리고 아크메이지를 노려요.
이거 안에
그
죽으면
아크메이지를 와 양쪽 예전에 나이테이프 상대로 쪼일 때 하던 그런 느낌처럼
바로 테러 쳐야 되는데 오래 버텨요.
어이구 임페이
누가 쳐야 되는데 그냥 싸우나요? 폭탄 너무 많고 링크 걸렸고
자 그리고 하우로 테러도 한번 해줘야 돼 이거는.
전반적으로 그런 거 잘하네. 외치는 거.
그렇죠. 말도 안 되는 컨트롤 합니다 이 선수.
이러면 윈드라이더 숫자가 좀 줄어들기 시작하면 또 살렸어요.
그래도 쿵이 잘 나왔어요 이번엔.
그래도 또 살리고 말았어요.
그러면서
살리고
지금
말았어요.
보면은 핀들을 3개, 4개를 동시에 컨트롤하고 있어요 이
지금
친구는.
왼쪽으로 끝까지 뺀 핀드 하나 있고요.
와.
하나 살리고 추가로 하나 더 살렸어요.
와 지금 컨트롤이 지금
이거 뺐고
아시는 분들은 아시겠지만 이건 진짜 미친 컨트롤입니다 이거.
GG.
GG. 와.
이건
휴먼 이제 임피던스는 그게 되는 상태인데 지금
일단 볼트.
네, CC는 지금 그게 안 되고 있어요.
자, 끊어.
볼트.
캐논 나이프가 이 스킬이에요.
이거 맞으면 죽어요.
아이고.
오는 300조산이 뭡니까 이거 갑자기. 네, 12시에 조금 남아. 이런 거 좋죠. 이런 거 좋죠. 그렇죠.
너무 좋아요 이런 거.
이게 네, 그렇죠.
보여야죠.
잘 맞았어요. 네. 시진이 든다. 안 뽑아요 그다음에.
자식
네.
디펜 그리고 나서 디펜 풀고 빠르게 달라붙고 디펜
때릴 때만 디펜.
고개 돌려 바로 디펜.
데미지를 좀 감소시키고 있다고 봐야 되고요.
그렇죠.
근데 싸움 자체는 아예 그냥 저기다 메리치를 넣어버렸어요. 야 저게 바로 투명 드래곤이죠.
그렇죠.
네.
지상군의 어그로를 다 끌었고 나이트가 녹아요.
대본 오래면 됐고.
게임 이상이 들어.
6, 7, 2, 3, 2 한 마리.
6레벨만 되면 되는데 한 마리만 잡으면 되는데 한 마리 나이트.
자 불러줘야지 근데 저기 말아봐. 생존이 스텝으로서 알았어요.
그래도
자 그럼 6레벨. 자 변신.
메타몬포스에서.
자 메타몬포스에서 변신 일단 성공.
자 그러나 지금부터 과연 잡을 수 있는 유닛이 몇 기 정도나 될지 아예 그냥 메타몬포스에서 점사해버려요. 너 나가.
근데
너 나가.
아이고
우리는 체제를 바꿀 수 있는 그런 준비성.
그리고 저는 CC도 괜찮았던 것 같아요 이거.
CC도 좋았어요.
CC도 오늘 지금 방금 경기에서 우리가 별로 이게 맞나
키메라 맞아.
키메라가
그 중심.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WCG Connected 2020. We go beyond the game once again. This is Playday 10. And oh boy, are things exciting. We have two decisions to be made today. Who's going to advance from Group C and will fly, remain undefeated? My name is Neo. His name is Remo. How are you doing today, my friend?
Doing great, man. Going into this last week of the group stages of the 1v1 tournament. Really excited for this. We've had some decisions made already, who makes it through and who is out. But we have a lot more decisions still to be made. Some really clutch matches ahead of us these 3 days.
Oh man, I can't wait for WCG, man. These games have been absolutely amazing. Of course, we only have Chinese and South Korean players here, but man, they bring it. They absolutely bring it. We have some upsets. We've had amazing Warcraft throughout the entire group stage. No playday was really boring. Even the one-sided results had some fun games for us. And I think this will continue this week. Pretty wonderful to have WCG back.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. We've had some insane games already. And here we see what we have. Not only do we have the 1v1 competition, but for Warcraft 3, we also have the team competition, which is going to be starting in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, baby. 2 tournaments. The solo tournament, $25,000. And we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. Only the top 4 will make it into the money ranks. 13,000 for the winner. We've been here every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday at noon. And it's pretty high noon here. We're going to start next week into the playoffs, into the round of 8. But yeah, who's going to be the lineup? Who's going to be in the lineup? From Group A, we have 1-2-0 already in. From Group B, we got Infi and Lin. And from Group D, we got Fly. So 4 out of 8 players determined. And that's a pretty bonkers lineup, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we see the standings once again of the groups. Of course, first and second place standings here are going to be relevant. That's going to be a determining factor for the seedings for the round of 8, or I believe the knockout stage, as WCG calls it. In case of a tiebreaker situation, for that we would have next week's Monday to determine who gets out of the group stages. But I think we asked some math wizards, and if we're not mistaken, tiebreakers are already out of the question. Which means next Monday, actually, there's going to be a bit of a day of a break. And then we're going to be back on Tuesday.
Who needs days of a break? Can we do some show matches or something? Would be wonderful. Today, TH Colorful, Fly WFC. Tomorrow, Lin versus Soen. And there we go into today's matches. TH and Colorful and Fly versus WFC. 1 knockout game and 1 game for the clean sheet. Colorful, man, that poor soul. He started with a 3-0 over Michael, and he thought, okay, that's a pretty damn promising start, but he started a little bit of a slump afterwards and was defeated by Focus, and so he finds himself at a 1-1 situation just like everyone else in Group C.
Yeah, colorful, certainly for him today. The deck doesn't seem to be stacked too well. In fact, it seems to be stacked against him. Everything is expecting TH to make it through. We saw the maps here. Terrana Stand, Amazonia, and Concealed. Fairly standard maps, I guess. Perhaps seeing Amazonia, a bit of a surprise. Yeah, Colorful, I think you're right, is not in the best shape currently, but he has those standout performances. Neo, you know, he's my boy, and I won't tire of bringing up certain games at certain important occasions. WGTL, you may remember. He had a crucial match against Infi in a best of 1. It was a deciding match to keep his team's chances alive on Amazonia, where we thought he would have no chance, but guess what? He won that game with his Demon Hunter, Naga, Standard. Colorful can be really good, but recently has not been looking so strong. Losing, for example, Knight of Mirrors to Sini, which is not supposed to happen. TH goes into this as a big favorite, but he has to make sure he gets the win.
TH in the upper left, playing the human race as he's supposed to. The runner-up of WCG 2019 and also the runner-up of WGL Summer. Both times he was defeated by Infi. Colorful for the Lao Pao Esports Club in the bottom right in the red. And this is Terrana Stand, and I wonder what heroes we might see. You said it, Colorful, more of a standard player these days, but here on this map, he's been playing a Warden, and this is kind of the standard on this map.
Yeah, absolutely. Terran Stand has, because of its very specific map setup, very specific meta game, especially in this matchup, it's easy to expand, it's easy to get mercs, and it's easy to get level 3. So on this map specifically, you can be quite greedy with your first hero choice and also your economic strategy, which means we very often see MK first against Warden first. In fact, everything else would be a big surprise.
Yeah, speaking of big surprises, I'm a little bit of the stats man here, and TH is 9-1 against Colorful. The last 4 matches all went to TH, all 2-0. The last victory, or the only victory of Colorful, was a best of 1 in a race war in September 2018. 2 years ago since he won a map against TH.
That reminds me of the game yesterday, Happy vs Sonic. That sounded very similar. Ended up being a clear 3-0. We'll see what this brings. It could be a 3-0. The best of 3 here will be fully played out. And we'll see what these players show us. Yeah, I think it's definitely correct to assume that TH here is the big favorite. Also, we all know how important this tournament is to pretty much all of the pro scene, and especially for the ones who have been around for a long time, like TH. He knows how much prestige this tournament carries. He made it all the way to the final last year, and I'm sure he wants to get the title this year. For that, he needs to get the win here.
Yeah. He was the champion in 2013 and wants to grab it back. It's kind of important, I think, to say that whoever wins this is most likely going to win the group, especially if it's a 3-0. As Colorful and TH both have a 4-2 map score. The Koreans at the bottom of the bracket at the moment have a 2-4 map score. So, yeah, if you win this 3-0, then you are the winner of the group and might get an easier pass through the knockout stage. We see a second engine of war behind the Warden. That's already interesting.
Yeah, in the past, it would oftentimes mean mass Huntress pressure all in pretty much, but nowadays it usually just serves for better creeping for the Warden. She, much like the MK, needs to get level 3 fast. But usually it takes a little bit longer for her than it does for the MK. The ideal early game situation for TH is get the mercs, creep level 3, get the expansion, get the tele staff, and then staff over to the other side and apply pressure to the Warden before she's level 3. And Colorful's goal here will be to get that level 3 before the MK says hello. Is the Warden experience a little bit low? Did he deny something? He's only 2.1.
Not 100% sure. 2.4 now. This is not level 3, is it?
Nope.
Nope. There's a tech here. Okay. Should be fine, though. The question is, did TH steal something? No, the Shadow Priest goes to Colorful for a little bit of healing, but the Berserker, right? Yeah, TH gets the Berserker, and with that, a lot of damage. He gets 2 Berserkers.
Wait a minute. Where's the expansion?
Huh.
Did he pull back the peasants?
Maybe they're on the left-hand side because lumber was low, but it isn't really.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were the trees. They were just harvesting lumber.
Yeah, a little bit of short resources here. And now Colorful's like, hey, give me my Berserker, I need some oops. Yeah. Okay. Not level 3, the Observer points it out. And with that, how do you cause trouble with only level 1 Fan of Knives? That's not too great. He didn't creep the green. Maybe that's what's lacking here? Maybe he's 100% sure that he gets some kills from the peasants. But yeah, that seems to be Colorful's mistake with the Warden oftentimes. Just not creeping perfectly like a Lawlight or Foggy would do. And then not having the optimal harasses. And with that, giving the human tier 3. It's not going to be an easy early mid game for the Night Elf.
Cool mind games here. Colorful is threatening the creep of the green. Oh, he gets the last hit, I believe, on that one.
Yep.
Almost now level 3. The MK staff south. That was the return mind game here. And gets the archer kill right away. But that opens up the Warden's way of attack towards the human expansion. But there are units here to defend. If she gets the Shadow Priest, that's her level up. But he might be safe there in the bag. Beautiful base build by the human player, but the Warden still does get level 3. Okay, never mind. He wasn't protected. But with the Berserker here and the Footman, the Warden doesn't get that many kills.
Exactly, and mana is already low. The Engine of War is falling. And TH, does he see the expansion? It's nighttime. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he just didn't have enough damage anyway without Water Elemental and without the Berserker. So Colorful sends the Shadow Priest up north to heal a little. Regen was also used for a little bit of mana, so there's one more fan of knives, but man, next mercenary goes to TH again. His army is pretty powerful without even taking to tier 2.
Yeah, great play by TH here, absolutely already. Playing it pretty safe, kept most of his economy alive, and with that a quick tech should be coming soon. But Colorful still has power spikes to hit here as well soon in this match. He's gonna have Dryads coming out soon, perhaps a Zeppelin. In fact, I'm surprised that TH isn't going for the lab creep here himself. First he takes out the green in the middle, gets greeted by the Warden again. Stormbolt hurts, but so does the Fan of Knives. And the Warden would love to get some more juicy experience over here.
Cage's about to lose 2 units, but Warden doesn't get an excellent micro and excellent timings for the 3 eggs. Colorful is ready for the next creep. So what do you do now? Do you need to harass more to hurt the economy? Or do you need to creep? Or do you need to do both at the same time?
Yeah, that is truly where the mastery lies. I think it's very important for the Warden to get level 4 and then find more and more kills to get level 5. The only way you will win this game is with a really strong Warden. Level 5 quickly, ideally level 6 quickly. And TH wants to get his tech rolling, wants to protect his economy, and wants to lose as little as possible to make this Warden's life difficult. So far he's done a great job. He slowed down her creeping, he protected his expansion, and now the tech is coming up. And what's he going for? What we've been seeing mostly from the top Night Elves recently on this map is tier 3 tanks, triple hero, and knights and breakers with lots of upgrades. And then creep the map, harass at the same time, go for a third base. That can be very strong, but to have all the transitions at the right time perfectly is also very hard to do.
Okay, we do have a pretty fast tech for TH. One interesting thing here, we have Stormbolt and Bash, no clap. This will probably change later on. And then the late game for Night Elves. What do you do if there's a strong clap? That seems to be the big problem here. Staff from the Mountain King, ready with the Stormbolt. Where's it gonna land? On the creeps or on the hero? Oh, Bash number 1. There is Blink, so it can always get out. Colorful, pretty heavy on Dryads early.
Yeah, they help him here give map control, and this Zeppelin is so important. If there was no Zeppelin, all these mercs would die. The Warden would get so much experience. If the MK can manage to get the Expo kill and save his own units, this would be a perfect game for TH, but it's not that easy. Everything's starting to drop low, but the Tree of Life is still alive with Nature's Blessing. It makes sure it does. That Zeppelin, though, if it flies in again, everything might die. The Warden also super low. Everything's in trouble over here.
Man, action-packed mid-game. Here at WCG, Warden super low, Zeppelin about to crash with another attack! It was TH! We've been praising him for the entire game, and then he's a little too greedy. What was that? 3 units, 3 mercs, and that's boom, level 4 for that Warden.
Yeah, what a jump for her. We talk about it more and more. The bonus experience from Mercenaries felt very clearly here. There's another Berserker there up for grabs. MK is also getting a lot of kills. It's like, I don't know, 4 Dryads or something?
It's an arms
so
race.
4.4 versus
Bash!
4.2.
The Dryad is here to save the Warden. Crazy game already. This is what Human versus Night Elf on Terraner stand usually is. But oftentimes in the late game. So now, as we are approaching that sad late game, what's the unit comp gonna be? Colorful still without an expansion, and we do have tier 3. We have at least 1 workshop. Will there be a second one? Will there be a third one? Will there be tanks? Ooh, a second one.
I certainly believe so, yeah. Double workshop, gunpowder upgrades, TH managing his resources quite well. His lumber is low right now, but he just spent a lot of lumber here on the tech. And that's all without a shredder, I believe. Normally for that, humans will definitely like a shredder, but TH has been playing this very aggressively. Stopped this expansion very effectively for a long time. But he also lost some units. That Zeppelin lost, I think, the one big mistake by him this game. And we can see the Warden now, almost level 5. If she creeps the lab, she will get level 5. And then the Blink Fan Harass can truly begin.
Okay, and then maybe time for a second hero as well. There's quite some creeps left, especially in the bottom left and upper right. Upper right might be contested immediately. If he picks up a Panda or a Tinker, he can creep him up to level 3, I believe, in the bottom. Blood Mage, really good hero against the Warden. Siphon mana, amazing. Banish, amazing. Paladin has a third hero for a little bit of healing. and more armor, so definitely is 2 support heroes here on top of the damage dealer. That is the Mountain King. Big invul on the Blood Mage already. On the other side, Lionhorn of Stormwind can be pretty good as well, even though we would love to have some more damage. And now we have a Zeppelin attack by Colorful.
How many towers are at the expansion? If it's only like 2, this is going to be extremely hard to hold. The Flying Machine sees it early. It's 3 towers. Okay, it's a little bit better. But this could still be very painful. The Warden is full mana. And it's going to be a lot of peasants going down. Great gyro scouting here. Saw this a little bit early. The towers, are they enough?
TP's out immediately. Okay. Damage kinda done. A little bit of echo harass. A little bit of grinding towards level 6. When you get the Avatar of Vengeance. Interesting. Now, after the this fighting storm that we had in the mid game, both seem to be a little more passive here.
Now, Colorful's definitely finding a way back into this game. This Zeppelin loss from earlier now hurts double, because there was no Zeppelin for TH to save his peasants anymore. He finally went for another one at the enemy lab, but again, the Zeppelin's a little bit late. It's more peasants going down, but tanks should be starting to get ready over at the expansion. How much damage can they do?
Okay, first tank has arrived, second tank closely after. We got a Panda, the Shredder is here. I'm judging from the damage, I'm not too sure if we have Nature's Blessing, actually. No bears here to protect as well, and he has to uproot to get a different damage type, and then there's no extra damage from the tanks against that building. So kind of smart, but of course needs to re-entangle. That costs time and resources.
The Warden very smartly, by the way, went for an invul and is now threatening a blink into the main, but that's going to take quite some multitasking, especially if TH comes in with his main army, but he doesn't. TH decides to fall back, creep up further, and only let the tanks be distraction. It's going to take out some Moonwells. He needs levels on this MK and Blood Mage, but the Warden is waiting in the wings. The MK staff back, I guess, to deal with her. That's also pretty smart. Good plays here by both.
You said in the beginning that Colorful is your boy, and I said that I'm oftentimes not too sold on Colorful's Warden play, but this is one of his better Terraner stand games that I've seen. He was not blindly going with level 2 and Fan of Knives into the economy. He didn't spend too much time on level 3. He found a good balance between creeping and harassing, and it shows again. Shadow Melt, Fan of Knives, more workers killed. I like this game by Colorful.
He's starting to take a lot of damage from these tanks, though. He only has 1 or 2 bears plus a Shredder at home dealing with that. So these tanks are definitely doing a lot of work. Might threaten another uproot over here. 1-1 upgraded other tanks at the moment, and I imagine more upgrades might be coming. But at the same time, the human also wants to start upgrading their knights, because the tanks, yeah, they're doing a good job, but they're only distracting for now. At some point, TH will need an army. That's going to be knights and breakers most likely, and they don't share entirely the same upgrade types.
Speaking of army, Remo, TH with a very, very smart move, destroying the Moonwells. With that, you stop production, as Colorful is heavily supply blocked for a long, long time. He needs some bears to defend these tanks, but the bears can't get out if there's no Moonwells, and without bears, it takes forever to defeat the tanks, and then there's more damage, and then there's more Moonwells falling. It seems like it's a little bit of a downward spiral for Colorful here.
Yeah, the Panda really needs to start coming in and do some work. Colorful still has decent-ish resources. He's got the Shredder, so he's going to have good lumber here over time. The important thing is, and the difficult one for the Night Elf, is to fend off these tanks, not to take too much damage, and the Warden needs to keep on jumping into the economy to slow down the human, get more peasant kills, and slowly creep up to level 6, or fight her way, kill her way up to level 6. And she's very close now, indeed. Is that tank enough?
Nope.
Quite, but damn, she's close.
This one is, but the Panda will get solo experience. So one more jump into a peasant line, or finding, I don't know, a footman should be enough. Colorful has bears pretty much everywhere to deal with this. Wait, there's no army, it's just the heroes? Okay. 1-1 upgrades on the Night Elf side. There we go. With the blink. Got 1 kill. I wonder, wait, where?
It was the bear in the main, giving her experience, killing the tank. Pops the ult right away. I feel like that could have been used better in a peon line somewhere, but okay. Panda gets level 3. Decent creepjack, gets the item. It's the Ankh, not too bad. And Colorful now seems to be somewhat stable on 2 bases. TH, not that rich, especially Lumber is lacking. This game is starting to look better and better for Colorful.
Never count out TH, of course. He's still waiting for the level 5 Mountain King, and then Clap will just... If there's a normal fight, Clap will wreck the bears. So it's not over at all. It's still very, very open. Colorful situation is definitely good. Way better than most might have expected. But especially now, don't give TH the time for a third base.
Yeah, exactly. War needs to keep on scouting for this, keep on preventing it, and also set up good defense against the tanks. Get some Ancients of War, maybe even a Mud Golem. Make sure you have some sort of defense at home. Maybe even a staff on the Panda wouldn't be too bad of an idea. As we can see, more and more tanks are rolling in. This is very obnoxious. The Moonwell's getting killed over and over. But it's not that painful for Colorful right now because he doesn't have to get the big 70 supply army yet. He's still very strong on the map, just with the heroes and the Dryads.
Yeah, it is another Moonwell kill, but he's at 50-50, banking both with a 1k bank at the moment. TH, of course, up at 70, so the economy is actually better for Colorful, mining 20, and TH only 14, but another Moonwell falling. That starts to hurt, and that delays 70 supply more and more.
Yeah, this is starting to look a little over-aggressive here by Colorful. Why is he pushing so hard? He could just have the Panda back at home defending with the Bears. Maybe the Dryads looking to scout on the map against Peasants, against Expansion, and the Warden could be harassing. Why is everything here? This is... You can't do much here. You can't fight into these towers. This is too well defensively positioned by TH, and we're starting to see a big swing in supply over here because, yeah, these tanks, the damage is starting to stack up.
We do have some Entrance of War as a static defense. Maybe that was Colorful's thinking. If I have some trees there, then I might not need my army, but the Mountain King is here to clean this up. Warden jumps in again. Whoa, that was a sick peasant upload. Oh my god, TH can be so crazy. It's unbelievable.
And there's something we've been seeing from Lolliad recently, adding in Hippogriffs as well. Bring in 2, maybe even 3 Hippogriffs, and then come in with the Warden and threaten that Zeppelin. And once you have a high number of Hippos, that is doable. But perhaps he took a little bit too much damage to afford these Hippogriffs along with everything else. He's doing a great job here, dodging Stormbolts with Blinks, with anti-magics and everything. But the overarching macro approach might be starting to slip away from the Night Elf here.
Kind of hard to out-macro a human of the likes of TH and Infi, of course. Warden, once again, down to 300. Gets a Reap Jew. That's nice. Bears is about to kill the Knight, but staffed out, and that's a second staff. So both of these targets are killed. Are not killed, but saved. Wow. Still such a huge bang for both of the players. The static defense is almost gone, so he has to put some focus on these tanks. TH is never massing them like crazy to go for an all-in win, but just enough distraction to level and get his economy up, get his army up, and now get the third base up.
Well, if you could have staffed up there with the Warden, that would have been tremendous, but I think the staff is on cooldown. He scouted with the Wisp. A fairly big commitment here, quite some tanks going down. I see at least 3 tank corpses, if you want to call it that, on the ground. But they also get some kills on the Ancients of War and on the Moonwells. So, this is the crucial part of the game. Can TH establish this third base? If he can, he's looking fairly good. If he can't, he's going to run out of time soon.
Okay. Colorful for the first time in this game, breaking upkeep. So he's at 60 now. Again, Moonwells fell. Tanks are rolling in. TH also with the 1k bank. Now he goes north. There's a Breath of Fire level 2. There is the Avatar, but it's also 3 towers up already.
A lot of damage here on the Blood Mage, forced into the invul quite quickly. Can these towers be killed? There's a TP to get out. With the Avatar, I think it should be doable. There's not so many peasants here for the repair, but how expensive is it gonna be is the question. Across the map, the tank's still doing a good job. One getting taken out. MK staffs in, but he has barely any mana. Can't threaten these Wisps too well. More tanks are going down. Colorful is taking out these towers. And now he can staff back if he wants. TP back,
That
that is.
was pretty expensive indeed. He has a TP on the Panda. Mountain King is super low, needs this Holy Light, which is only level 1. So if there's a TP and a fan and a breath, he might be dead. Okay, there's a second Holy Light. Of course, you can spam it. TH very committed to this tree now. Mountain King in trouble. He wants to force a TP or something. Oh, MK out with the staff. Uproot again. More and more right clicks over this Tree of Life. Barely any repair anymore. But good movement by Colorful. Only the tank is attacking at the moment, and that should be dealt with easily. The Expo stays up.
Tree of Life wants to find some trees to eat to heal, but they've all been taken out. They've all been eaten before. They've been shredded before. But he holds the expansion. And that was expensive for TH. He loses a lot of knights there, a lot of tanks, and he didn't even get up the expansion at the top right. He's trying again with the towers.
Bottom left
Colorful,
as well,
if he
right?
scouts there again, if he cancels this again, TH is in serious trouble.
Oh, he was about to go bottom left. But there isn't it. Ah, there we go. Okay, so towers upper right, towers bottom left. He kinda went there, but I think he didn't see it. This could be the crucial mistake in this game. Or
now.
not.
Thank the Lord for Ultra Vision. I was about to say, I'm not even sure that he has it though, but he may.
Damn,
Great
22
staff
minutes.
play. Great staff plays on both sides this game.
Yeah,
Man. Really
the
fun to see.
mobility is amazing.
Players' forces are under attack.
Main bases are about to expire as we're approaching the 22-minute mark. You see it for Colorful. Only one base. Will he move the Tree of Eternity over to the bottom left? Or will he just leave it there so the staffs are better?
Colorful now with a big army, and of course he has the
town is
bigger
under siege.
actual fighting army. A lot of this supply for TH is tied up in tanks. We see 2 right here. That is 8 supply. But not much to deal with them right now. Another one comes in. Oh,
Yeah.
Colorful.
Players' forces are
Colorful.
under attack.
Forgetting about his defenses here.
There's no TP either. Only staffs. That's not good. We're approaching big level ups, by the way. Level 7 Warden for level 3 Blink. Level 5 Panda. Level 5 MK. Level 3 Mage. Level 3 Paladin. Every level up is huge. But you know what's even better? Killing the only source of income. Trying with the Breath of Fire. Trying with the Roar. Mass repair. He's hugging that tree. And he's forcing the tanks back. Not fully committing to this. While harassing with the spirits.
I think Colorful should definitely bring over the Tree of Eternity. Sometimes you want to keep it in the main, especially when fights are very close and you need to staff out, heal up, come back into the fight. But I think Colorful is so far ahead in terms of actual fighting that he can afford to bring the tree further into a more aggressive position. This Tree of Life might definitely fall, and in that case, he's going to need the Tree of Eternity.
Okay. It's also very convenient though if you staff directly next to your moon wells and can heal up again. There's level 7. Warden not at home, staffing home now. Panda mana should be fine. Oh, actually, not really. Catches the Stormbolt immediately, but it's a lot of bears against very few knights.
And the Dryad Poison is stacking nicely up over here. So Warden should be coming back any second. And the Clap isn't level 3 yet.
Yeah, he reskilled from Bash to Clap. That also costs something. And that's level 5 for the Panda. And that's a giant area of effect spell now. He needs it. Pretty much immediately. That expansion attack by 3 tanks. He's sleeping on the wheel. And can't repair it anymore. And in the meantime, TH is establishing the base in the upper right, I believe.
Great attack by TH. Now certainly Colorful doesn't have a choice anymore. He will have to bring the Tree of Eternity over.
Oh boy. This is
There's
rough
not too
now.
much gold left in the natural though.
Forces are under attack.
There's a lot of
Okay.
tanks going down here as well. These won't be safe. Breath of Fire level 3, you can see.
sick.
It does a good amount of damage. All the Moonwells actually survive. The Tree of Eternity already started walking. TH is
Okay.
down to 48 supply again. This game's not over yet, man. This is a great first match. Oh, look at the levels on TH though. Oh my god. He's about to hit 3 massive level ups.
Luca D level? Is that the new
Luca
thing?
D levels.
Luca D level? Okay, TH building the town hall now, I believe. He has to get another source of income, as you mentioned. But no, there's no town hall, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh. Colorful is threatening an attack here, buying time.
Yeah, great splits now by Colorful. I think this one, he played a really good game so far. What he could have done better a little bit is have these Renegade Dryad squads looking for reinforcements along with the Warden and the Pana and the Bears, the Beef, defending at home. Because he certainly has to defend the Tree of Eternity. Of course, it is quite tanky. How many tanks are there is the question. How close is TH to another dangerous attack?
It's only 56 supply, man. It can't be that much. 2 breakers. I think Knights are kind of out now. That was the longest siphon mana of all time. Little bit bubblegum effect.
Really cool game now. Not the easiest position for both players. Like, still very important to keep your expansion safe in the case of Colorful, and TH somehow needs to get up this third base and also go for an attack soon.
It's really interesting that none of these players has the army he wants to. Wow. That blood mage just melted away. And now he has to use more resources to get the blood mage back. There was tons of damage out of nowhere. Didn't really expect that. Warden going on the Paladin as well. Divine Shield is on cooldown. Only Holy Light. There's the staff now. And Colorful is getting further and further ahead as he's now mining again.
Yeah, with those 2 heroes out of the equation, the tower's top right should be taken out quite easily. Question is, how much damage can the tanks do in the meantime? There is 1 Bear and 1 Shredder here to deal with them, but a Zeppelin also making this more of a headache. And with now the Knight of Army in the top right, that exposes the expansion bottom left. This is where TH is going.
Alrighty, is there a TP this time? No, there ain't. So, main base under attack. He's going to lose a lot of Moonwells. He really wants to keep the towers down to make sure that TH has no mining afterwards. This is, of course, the Tree of Eternity. Warden is here. Tree of Eternity a lot harder to kill than the Tree of Life. Always feels like 5,000 HP.
With Nature's Blessing that he has, certainly quite tanky. Speaking of tanks, in the main, still taking out more Moonwells. Great usage here of this Zeppelin. Colorful's getting punished more and more for not having Hippogriffs. Something we mentioned earlier that Lawlion does so well.
So how good would a Talon be, my friend?
Crow form Talons, hell yeah.
Not crow form, you...
Dude, crow form is really good against Griffins. Did you know that?
I know that. I keep telling you that for years. It was this map, Mr. Rewood. It was this map and this human player here.
How could we forget, dude? It was so epic.
No one will ever
Wait a minute,
forget.
that Zeppelin, though. Uh-oh, 1 crashed and burned here just a little while earlier. Ooh, 16 HP.
But the tanks
could have sniped it. Okay, there's a few tanks here, but it's not enough. Yeah, maybe they take out the Entangled, but that's not so important.
It's pretty much for free to get it back. It is for free to get it back. Knight staffed out, but not the tank. He just can't get his level 533. Unbelievable. How long is he stuck on these levels? Otherwise, the Bears would be no problem at all.
Yeah, he's so close. He just needs a few more kills, but they're so hard to get. Maybe Wisps, his best bet. More tanks are going down. TH down to 37 supply. There's no income anymore for the human. He never got the third base up. It looks like TH is getting checkmated here.
I think so too, my friend. And the Spirits and the Avatar killing the peasants in the upper right. GG! It is all over. And Colorful takes the victory. Is it upset time again on this Monday morning?
And that's a lot of War 3 info guys getting worried for their coins. It was a 9-1 odds over there. I didn't dare to put my coins on anybody, despite Colorful, of course, being my boy. And here finally shows that he can play a really good game if he has a good day. TH, I don't think he made many mistakes that game. Losing the Zeppelin against the level 3 ward, that was the big one. But other than that, this was a solid game, but also a very solid game by Colorful. And now TH is 1 map away from being eliminated. If he loses here, there's no hope, no chance that by any weird kind of luck he gets through. No, if he loses, he's out.
And that was the first map win of Colorful versus TH in 2 years. 1 step further. And he has his second biggest, or maybe the biggest round of 8 participation ever. He once made it into the top 8 of a WGL, but apart from that, the tier 1 tournaments were not the one for Colorful, if we exclude the team tournaments, of course, which he won in January. Man, that would be quite something. TH not in the playoffs.
That, yeah. How can that happen? Is that officially TH in a bit of a slump? Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. TH still has a chance here to get the irons out of the fire. Our two remaining maps are Amazonia and Concealed. Amazonia, especially with Colorful being up a map, I think he's pretty certainly going to play Demon Hunter first into Naga, Standard, Bears. TH, the mastermind. How can he abuse that? At WGL on this map, he showed us how even Blood Mage Pally rifles can work against Orc. Does he have something brilliant prepared as well here against Night?
I was thinking of a Blood Mage myself. We'll see. TH loves that hero. Can be pretty good against the Demon Hunter as well. Amazonia. This was the map where Colorful defeated Infi at WGTL. Can you just do it again? Can you win 2 maps in a row?
Yeah, that was kind of the dusk of the rifle push. The rifle push on tier 2, which was so deadly for so many weeks before, where the humans, the Nihilists, excuse me, seemed to have no chance against it. Infi tried it there. It failed against Colorful, playing Standard very well with Demon and Bears. And ever since then, it seemed like all of the Alliance lost hope in the strategy, in the 1 base push. They have moved back into 1 base, tier 1 expansion play, much more into 2 base play, and trying to go late into tier 3 on 2 bases where they can be very strong. And the danger there is, if you delay the game by so much, the Warden can become very powerful. We saw that on Terna Stand. But here, Amazonia, the Warden is so hard to make work, it is almost entirely out of the question.
But you know what works? If the human is playing an expansion, you can go Demon Hunter and then go into Immolation. And you know who's the biggest fan in the entire world of playing Immolation against human? Exactly. It's your man Colorful.
My boy. Yeah, true. He's played it a lot in the past, and especially now with the wind in his back.
Surprise!
He's playing Warden?
Surprise! It can work if it comes as a surprise. He played the double Engine of War already on Terranostant. You can play double Engine of War here as well to creep the shop and get a fast level 3.
Seems like I'm out of touch with my boy Colorful. I was so sure this was gonna be Demon Hunter.
You know, he was in a slump with his standard play, so why not mix it up and play something very different and surprise TH?
But how he really took control of that last game was with the Ward reaching level 4 and then level 5, and then she's so strong. I mean, we all know that. Terna Stand by far the best map in the pool to reach those levels. How is he gonna do it on this map? And how is he gonna deal with the fast expansion? I would say it's very, very likely TH goes for this fast expo, unless as a response to the Warden, he decides to go for a 1 base push.
Ooh, nasty lightning shield
that's
here.
a lightning shield on a rogue.
Yep, you don't like that.
Doesn't feel good.
A player's forces
Okay,
are
Warden
under
didn't
attack.
deny anything here. Good damage
so
on the
much
human
damage.
already. Kind of an invite to an harass. And I think Colorful is playing it a little different here. We see it already in the skill build. It's going to be Shadow Strike first, not Fan first.
Look at the Warden items, dude.
Oh!
For the Shadow Strike chase potential, that is so insane. 1 footy over here is half dead. 1 footy in the north is half dead. This is a scary start of the game for the human and for all the human fans out there.
Yeah. I'm baffled, dude. How is this game, how is this series going this way? Can you pinch me a little? Am I still dreaming? It's not
Could have made so much coin if I had just trusted in my boy. But the game's far from over. It's looking scary. We have a Merc pull here as well. Shadow Priest now against the Water Elementals. Warden is still being cautious with her mana usage.
A player's
There is a
forces
tech,
are
by
under
the way,
attack.
happening by TH. He's going to try to play this 1 base. Probably Rifle Push with perhaps Alchemist. I would love to see Naga second for Colorful and really double down on the focus fire. So much single target damage where the Alchemist can't keep up with it. Oh, he's hiding next to the shop, trying to be sneaky.
Really wants the boots, and he got it. Okay, tech coming. TH is not teching, not expanding. He's teching. 1 base rifles, dude.
Yeah, he sure is. Going for boots of his own. Always a fan. That reduces the chances of Naga second, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
As he will also want to get tier 3.
Love the Shadow Priest by Colorful.
A player's forces are
He
under
steals his last hit. Oh boy!
Last hit plus Water Elemental would be gigantic.
Damage on the AM. And forced away from the creep camp. That camp should now go to Colorful.
And this is where the Warden can shine. If she bullies the Archmage around. Ooh.
These
Get
plus
it?
9 are so good.
Yeah.
He did.
Shadow Strike, slow down, right clicks.
There's a tome of agility there. Is it slippers? That would be. It's slippers!
my God!
Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
What did TH do? He's not picking it up. He's not picking the slippers up.
Dude, pick up the
player's
slippers.
forces are under
What did
Oh my
TH do to deserve this karma? I guess
Wow, more mercs.
double mercs.
Why didn't he
Okay.
pick up the slippers? God damn. So he went for boots and 3 mercs
Yep,
in the early stages.
that's
and
so
then
expensive.
Tier 3.
That's so
Wait.
expensive. How is he
Okay.
surviving this big TH push?
It's impossible now to go for a Naga. You have to go for the lures, I
Yeah.
suppose.
forces are under attack.
Alchemist
And here's
second.
the Alchemist second. That is kind of what we expect.
Yeah, struggling to get the level 2 Shadow Strike. Is he creeping there? Yeah, but TH, good control on the map, good map awareness overall. That's level 3. Oh, this Archmage. Run, old man, run.
This is simply a TP force, isn't it? Ah, block with the rifle. Nicely done. Oh, very nicely done. Rifle will die for this, but I guess it's worth it.
A player's
Yeah,
forces
you
are under
really
attack.
want to lose this first rifleman just for damage and creep speed. But here, it's worth it, I guess.
Dude, this is not working out for TH at all.
It's a little bit of damage control, but a 6-minute Warden level 3.4, that's pretty damn good. And like there was nothing. This was a rush tier 3 with heavy investment into the early game. And TH didn't punish it in
A player's
any sort of
forces
way.
are under
Oh,
attack.
the Wisp block as well in the
Oh!
north against the AM. He
Uh-oh.
doesn't even need the blink. Just with the Shadow Strike, he's going to force the TP here. If this was Sonic, maybe he would blink after him into the base, but not going to... Wait, is he going
Shadow
to take
Strike?
out?
No. Healing now a little.
Priest.
But yeah, he has
Priest,
no
the savior of his soul.
he has no shop. Right?
Yeah, but the priest is going to heal him up here over a few seconds. Colorful, by the way. He has a shop. He can go for an Orb of Corruption.
Player's
Orb of
forces are under
Venom
attack.
in no time.
Archmage once needs level 3. But the Warden is just back at it. Shadow Strike and the mighty +9 right clicks. Can't really get out here. He's surrounded. Oh boy, that right click is...
Oh!
And he kills the Archmage. TP's out. Close to level 4. TH with 1 leg
Oh.
out of World Cyber Games.
A player's forces are under attack.
TH is about to be eliminated by Colorful with a insane performance today. Everyone's been saying he's in the slump. He's looking weak again. He's dropping out of that top rank of competition, and today he proves everybody wrong.
You always
But-
knew it, right?
Don't want to say that. Don't want to say that.
Aggie +2.
As
Nice.
bad as it looks for TH here, it's still TH. Okay, guys? This
Yeah.
is still TH.
A
So
player's forces
But it's
are
also
under
tier
attack.
3 Night Elf versus tier 2 Human without a level 3 Mountain King, without Clap, without level 3 Archmage for now, without a TP, and the Warden... okay, shouldn't go in. At the moment, Colorful's army is very low. Was he ever above 35 supply?
I don't believe so.
Me
I
neither.
invested a lot into Mercs early. Still holding that second skill point in case he needs either Blink or Fan. What is even better now? I guess now that he's getting pushed so hard, maybe Fan is the better choice. Yeah,
There we
doing it
go.
right here.
Mind control Remo once again. Diving deep into the base, catching some damage from the trees. Moon Juice is okay, but not necessarily great.
Oh, nice illusions here as well, being used on both sides to... Oh no, wait, only the Night Elf side.
Oh,
Getting dispelled, but he doesn't have that many dispels. He also
Peasants-
doesn't have that much heal spray. The Alchemist out of mana.
Yep. Peasants used as a buffer unit for the fans, so only the workers are affected, not the expensive units. Yeah, it's only level 1 Brilliance Aura. And it's also only level 1 Waterman. So this reeks of desperation as he's feeding the Warden with the workers. Oh, important deny to not give him level 5.
You can just go to the Murlocs, though. That's what he's
Player's
doing.
forces
This
are
camp
under
rarely gives you much, but in this case, it gives him level 5, which is quite good.
Unbelievable.
Colorful AZ, man. He's just so goddamn good on this map. Now, to be fair, the plus 12 damage in the early game weren't too bad.
This might be the first best of 3 that Colorful ever wins against TH. And what an important one. Fan. Oh, TH is not splitting against this at all. Has to use heal spray, but very, very limited heal spray. Open battle. There's just 2 riflemen. That's the damage of this army. It's ridiculous. GG, TH out.
Colorful with the upset so far of this tournament. TH, finalists of last year, starting off into this tournament on the wrong foot, losing to Michael, which nobody thought, and now in the decision match, Colorful proves once again how strong he can be with an amazing performance today.
Seriously, he was struggling a little tiny bit on Terraner stand against tanks. But on AZ, it looked so smooth. And that was not the strategy anyone was expecting. I'm almost out of words. Congrats to Colorful. What an important victory. Weeks and weeks and weeks of just heavy losses, unexpected losses. And now, as he was the underdog, he proves once again that he's one of the top Night Elves in the world. But yeah, this were some Shadow Strike felt around the world.
Yeah, we're gonna have a third map here between these two. It's still gonna be played out, but the result is in. The decision has been made. Colorful makes it through. He is up at 6 map points, by the way, as well, which means he is first place guaranteed. He doesn't even need the third map. So it's definitely him in first, and either Michael or
Focus.
Wait a minute. No, I'm saying this incorrectly. Am I not? I think I'm not saying this correctly.
No,
Getting
I think you're
confused here
right.
by the Wikipedia. So Colorful with that now has 8 maps, 8 map points. Yep. And Focus is at the moment only. Is he really only at 2? Oh my
Yeah,
god,
he
they're
lost-
both only at 2. Yeah, true.
Yeah, he lost 0-3 to TH.
Yeah.
The thing is, TH cannot get this victory, and victory is what counts the most. He got one over Focus, but that's the only one. He lost to Michael, he lost to Colorful, he's at 1-2, and the 2 Koreans in this group are at 1-1. So whoever wins between Michael and Focus is following Colorful. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
If you don't get 2 wins, you can't advance to the next stage here in this group.
Man, that's crazy. A big disappointment for TH.
Wow.
At WGL, he didn't quite get the title, but he got into the final. You know, that was still good, but here doesn't make it out of the group stage. Now, to be fair, it was a tough group, Group C, with all 4 of them definitely being competitive for the advancement. We see that here on our last playday.
But man, he started with a 3-0 against Focus. That wasn't to be expected. And then he played these Paladin shenanigans versus Michael. That probably cost him the quarterfinal as well. Like, not playing this standard, not playing this meta, feeling forced to go into this off-meta strategies. Ouch,
Yeah,
this hurts.
I also think that's where he threw it away. Like, I know playing AM expansion standard against Undead is tough, but he is definitely more solid than Michael. I think he still could have pulled it through, but playing Pally first against Cryptlord first, it just doesn't work out. Man, that's a big loss for the Chinese and for the humans moving into the next round.
Yeah. Ooh, that's for all the humans out there. That's a pretty heavy hit to the gut. But okay, maybe we see another entertaining map as we play this best of 3 in full. Man, if Colorful wins this 3-0, that's a result for the ages.
And it's not out of the question. TH now in a weird emotional state. He knows he's out. But he still has to play this. It's part of the rules, part of the tournament. What's he gonna do now? And Colorful, he knows he's through already. He knows he's first place already. Is this time for mercy? Or what is this time for? Oh, I see what it is. It's a militia rush. A tier 1 tower push.
He has had enough of this. Screw this best of 3. Let's go. This is old school. TH, of course. 3 militia rushing over. I wonder what the hero is. Tinker. Firelord.
He doesn't have an
Beastmaster.
altar. There's no altar. It's just a lumberman.
Ah, yeah, true. The hero might be added later. Yeah, let's go then.
So, best hero against this is Keeper with Treants, I guess?
Yeah.
Warden? What? That's definitely not the best choice.
I mean, if you're fan of Knives to Pass or to get rid of the Passants, then what can you do?
Nah, dude, no way is that the best choice. But, you know, it's the third map. It's,
This map won't decide anything.
Can he protect the peasants between the towers here? He might be able to. This could be a pretty cool tower setup over here. That reminds me of old EPS days in WC3, El Neo. Remember when we saw this all the time? Oh, how beautiful it was.
Shout out Korugnol who did this with a cannon tower. Oh man, I will never forget this, man. When I saw the 3 Russian militias and then a blacksmith. Oh, that was glorious. Okay. That's the warden, that's the fan. Just wants to get rid of that sad warden. But yeah, you can't really prevent the towers that way. Like, how many towers can reach the Tree of Life, though? Guess he's going for the Untangled Goldmine first. But that's all. The past is gone. Warden can just die. I mean, why not? Because there's no hero. You're not feeding experience. You come back relatively cheap, relatively fast, and with mana and full HP.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I think he just needs like 1 or 2 engines of war and then clean this.
By that time, the Entangled Goldmine might be dead though, but he's going for the Tree of Life.
No worries, mate. You got
Dude.
this. No focus
You're
fire,
underestimating
really.
this. Once there's 5 towers up, it is really hard to crack.
Engine of war is there. Needs to eat some trees.
Yeah, I should have definitely gone Keeper. if the priority was to win this game, but I mean, it's not really, I suppose.
Do you really want to bench a warden that won you 2 games in a row?
Yeah, I guess she's the star player today, isn't she?
He's a faithful man, you know? Married with
Maybe
children.
you wanted to spare her this this embarrassment.
Ah, it's not embarrassing. I mean, it's kind of funny, but he won that thing.
Yeah, well, now there's all the peasants are dead, so no more repair.
But GG.
Okay.
Okay, not a 3-0. A 2-on-1. At least TH wins his last set of the day. But he's out. That doesn't help him at all. He just wanted to, yeah, I don't know, grab some Baiju or something.
Yeah, bit of a clowny game towards the end there, but we still had some amazing games. Game 1 and 2, especially game 1 was a great back and forth, and game 2 a great display of how well Colorful can look. Maybe this is going to be the boost in confidence and in motivation for Colorful to once again catch a wave of, I don't know, positivity to get into a better shape again. Today certainly looked like that was going to be the tendency. Colorful through in first place. TH is out of Group C. Who would have thought? And we have one more decision to be made there. Michael versus Focus. Who's
Yeah,
gonna be?
if you ask me on Playday 1, Who's gonna win Group C? I would say clearly TH. Then maybe Focus, maybe even Michael with some great days, but no way I would have said Colorful. Like, there's no reality where I would say that Colorful wins this group, but he does. And wow, that's really cool. Still kind of young for the Warcraft scene. He has matured a lot and comes out swinging off the slump he had over the past couple of weeks. Maybe he just faked it, so TH underestimates him, you know? Next level 4D chess by
plays.
Colorful. The big brain plays indeed. We have Fly vs WFZ coming up. TH out Colorful in the playoffs.
포인트가 될 수도 있을 것 같아요.
그렇습니다. 자, 아이템 훔치려고 하죠. 자. 섀도우 원더가 더스트를 들고 있어요.
네.
엑스! 자, 111이에요? 헬스 걸고
3레벨.
죽이면
3레벨인데.
전서. 네, 오.
자, 13,
야,
13, 20.
아, 깨졌어요.
깨졌나 본데요.
자.
스피드 스크롤까지 써가면서.
자, 섀도우 헌터도 일단 전사.
네, 일단 영웅은 다 잡았고요.
이거
기계가 짜였는데.
제가 제일 좋아하던
기계가
저녁 때
짜였는데.
제일 좋아했던.
네.
그리고 결국에 4타워 대실패. 돈이 근데 엄청 한 방에 다 빠졌거든요. 나무도 그렇고. 자, 뭐 짓고 저거.
설마 키메라 뭐
위에.
그런 건 아닌데.
이거는 약간 건 넘었는데요.
오크의 병력 구성 자체도요. 썩 좋아 보이진 않아요.
이거 그냥
이
포탈 탄 거 이거 그렇죠. 이거 영웅 잡으려고.
영웅이 다 잡히고 여기서 섀도우 헌터 막 3 찍히고.
야. 자, 섀도우는 일단 전사한 거
네.
같고. 그리고 근데 상대 영웅을 그래도 다 잡은 거니까 이건 대단합니다.
그렇죠.
이 아직까지.
이거
근데
불마가 뭐 주고받았나?
네,
뭐
지금
이렇게.
볼을 지금 섀도우한테 줘가지고.
이건 너무 잘한다. 근데 그러니까 인간적으로. 아이고 이거 설마 살리나요, 샤먼? 또 퍼지. 서펜트 깔리고. 체력.
힐스!
힐스!
근데 불만.
불만은
불마가
사망 직전이에요.
조금-
불만.
포션이 없고, 포션이 아니고 저 힐링 웨이브가 아니거든요 지금. 살았어요.
좌회전.
그렇죠.
가다가 만났어요.
자, 이건 못 참죠. 이건
네.
못 참죠.
야,
네.
이거는
자, 이거 약간 넥서스 부시기 느낌이 된 것
괜찮아요?
같은데요.
괜찮아요?
붙였어요.
아니 살았어요.
Town is under siege.
여기가 생겼다는 거.
세포. 약간
자,
보니까
네.
그 가골 쓰는 느낌하고 좀 비슷하지 않나요? 언데드가?
그러네요.
네.
그리고 이제부터는 아처를 뽑을 수밖에 없습니다. 드라이더 체크를 했기 때문에.
드라이어드가 나오기 전에.
설마.
자, 이건 갔죠. 이거 인텐그리 근데 이거 때리면 불마가 죽는데. 저 이게
이게 안
사업
되죠?
눌러준 상태여가지고.
그렇죠.
네.
괜히 이거 아처 잘못 끊기면 인드라이더 상대가 안 될 수 있어요.
자, 표창 스틸.
그냥 대답하네요.
그렇죠.
한태준 들어갑니다. 요 싸움은 아처가 좋은 위치기는 한데.
그냥 불마가 한번 들어가면
네.
것도 괜찮을 것 같아요. 뒤쪽으로.
좋은 위치긴 한데 들어가서 맞추는
자, 들어가서 밀어 이미지.
뭐 되나요? 여기서 라이트
아니, 아초 라인을 붙을 만한 지금
여기까지
밀리 병력이 없어야 돼요. 불마 좋다.
아니냐? 요거는 고민을 해봐야 돼요.
네.
막히냐 안 막히냐?
레이더 인스네. 자, 펜더. 자, 이거 아래로 내려가가지고.
펜더 잡아요.
스스.
이걸 못 잡네.
근데 지금 아예 그냥 뺐어야 되는데.
요거
조금 놓쳤던
태웁니다.
것 같죠?
네.
자, 레이더.
이런. 근데 시간이 들어가는 시간이 애매해서 시간이
네,
애매해서
그렇네요,
이거 뜰 것 같아. 이거 뜰 것 같아요.
그렇죠. 홀 치는 게 나아요. 그렇죠.
차라리.
홀 치는 게 낫죠. 뭐 몇 마리가 한 마리 죽었나?
여기가
뭐 탑이에요, 탑.
이거 꽝 찍는 거기 때문에 저렇게 점사는
와!
의미가 없어요. 센데요.
아니 플라이 지금 뭐
전투력
기조에서 지금 거의 뭐
살린다고 이거?
포탈 넘겨주고
이건 살린다.
플라이 포탈 그리고 아크메이지를 노려요.
이거 안에
그
죽으면
아크메이지를 와 양쪽 예전에 나이테이프 상대로 쪼일 때 하던 그런 느낌처럼
바로 캐럿 쳐야 되는데 오래 버텨요.
어이구 임페이
누가 쳐야 되는데 그냥 싸우나요? 독타 너무 많고 링크 걸렸고.
자 그리고 하우롱 테러도 한번 해줘야 돼 이거는.
전반적으로 그런 건 잘하네요. 외치는 거.
그렇죠. 말도 안 되는 컨트롤 합니다 이 선수.
이러면 미드라이더 숫자가 좀 줄어들기 시작하면 또 살렸어요.
그래도 쿵이 잘 나왔어요 이번엔.
그래도 또 살리고 말았어요.
그러면서
살리고 말았어요.
핀들을 3개, 4개를 동시에 컨트롤하고 있어요 이
지금
친구는.
왼쪽으로 끝까지 뺀 핀드 하나 있고요. 하나 살리고 추가로 하나 더 살렸어요.
와 지금 컨트롤이 지금
이거 뺐고.
아시는 분들은 아시겠지만 이건 진짜 미친 컨트롤입니다 이거.
GG.
GG. 와.
이건
큐먼 이제 임피던스는 그게 되는 상태인데 지금
일단 볼트.
네, CC는 지금 그게 안 되고 있어요.
제가 좀 끊어. 오.
볼트.
패넌 나이프가 이 스킬이에요.
이거 맞으면 죽어요.
아이고.
워든 3렙 조선이 뭡니까 이거 갑자기. 네, 12시에 조금 남아.
이런 거
이런 거 좋죠. 이런 거 좋죠. 그렇죠.
너무 좋아요 이런 거. 나가서
네, 그렇죠.
돌아야죠.
잘 맞았어요. 네. 수진이 든다. 안 뽑아요 그 다음에.
자식
네.
디펜 그리고 나서 디펜 풀고 빠르게 달라붙고 디펜
와
달라붙고
디펜.
와 고개 돌려 바로 디펜.
야.
아
데미지를 좀 감소시키고 있다고 봐야 되고요.
그렇죠.
근데 싸움 자체는 아예 그냥 저기 다메니치를 넣어버렸어요. 야 저게 바로 투명 드래곤이죠.
아 그렇죠.
네.
지상군의 어그로를 다 끌었고 나이트가 녹아요.
대본 오래면 됐고.
게임 이상이 들어.
오, 15, 6, 7, 2, 3, 2. 한 마리.
6레벨만 되면 되는데 한 마리만 잡으면 되는데 한 마리 나이트.
자, 불러내야지, 불러내야지. 근데 저기 말아봐. 저기 스태프로서 알았어요.
그래도
자,
나이트가
6레벨. 자, 변신.
메타몬포스에서.
자, 메타몬포스에서 변신 일단 성공.
자, 그러나 지금부터 과연 잡을 수 있는 유닛이 몇 기 정도나 될지. 아예 그냥 메타몬포스에서 전사해버려요. 너 나가.
근데.
너 나가. 나가. 우리는 체제를 바꿀 수 있는 그런 준비성.
그리고 저는 CC도 괜찮았던 것 같아요. 이거.
CC도 좋았어요.
CC도 오늘 지금 방금 경기에서 우리가 별로 이게 맞나?
히메나 맞아.
히메나가. 예.
그 중심.
World Cyber Games 2020 continues the connected edition between Seoul and Shanghai. What a major upset. How do we follow this up, Primo? What can we possibly do to keep
We have one more game today, and that's Fly versus WFZ. It seems like a bit of an outmatch on paper. Fly with a 2-0 and a 6-0 map score against WFZ's 0-2 score. But normally, these two provide us with amazing games, regardless of what competition it is. So I'm still pretty hopeful that we're going to have some fun here ahead of us.
It is, to be honest, one of my favorite matchups in all of competitive Warcraft 3. It seems a little one-sided on paper, Fly being probably the best Orc versus Undead player in the world, WFZ not on the level of Happy and 120, but there's some magic between these guys that it oftentimes goes off meta into an absurd level of craziness. And I don't expect anything else here. And of course, there's a storyline for Fly. He's the only player that didn't drop a single map yet. 3-0 Lawlion, 3-0 Sock. Of course, he's in the playoffs. But will he go to the playoffs undefeated?
Yeah, I think also with his map score the way it is, it's almost certain that he is first place guaranteed. In fact, it is certain that he's first place guaranteed, but I think there's still a bit of ambition left in Fly. He showed the world how insanely good he is against Night Elf. He showed us how extremely strong he is against Human. If now he can make it a perfect hat-trick, taking out Undead as well, this would really put him in the center of attention in the spotlight again.
Absolutely, man. 3-0ing a Night Elf, a Human, and an Undead, who are all among the top 4 of the world in their race. That's a huge statement. Not only for this tournament, but for the entire scene, for the entire circuit.
Yeah, and then next stage, knockout round. Kick out Lin with a 2-0 or 3-0.
Sure.
That's perfect.
Absolutely. That's exactly what's going to happen. Maybe focus as well. Could be possible, I guess. Man, yeah, WCG seems to be incredibly important for Fly. He shows that, comes in very prepared with the exact, perfect solutions, perfect answers to not only the race of his opponents, but also the play style of his opponents. I'm impressed, but, WFZ, you never know. He has nothing to lose. He has only to gain. And maybe get a little bit of praise if he defeats Fly here. There we go. Map number 1. In set number 2, it is China versus China once again. Fly in the blue, bottom left, and WFC in the red, upper right.
Gonna be very interested to see, especially Fly, how much ambition now he has to play his very, very best, or maybe if he's gonna be trying out some fun strategies. I've seen that plenty of times from Fly in the past in his career, when the games weren't that important, that he would play stuff like Mass Raiders, Mass Wyvern, Liquid Fire, Bad Riders, you know, that kind of stuff. Or is he gonna play it super straight up normal? Concealed Hill is a map where you can play both Farseer and Blade Master. I would say Farseer tends to be a little bit stronger here with an expansion play early on tier 2. But the Blade Master also has some specific creep routes that he can go for. We have a standard opening here so far by both, with a Tet Fiend build on the Undead side, and Acolyte coming out quickly for scouting. DK, of course, and for Fly.
Farseer, I like. Good to see that he sticks to this hero on this map. We'll see Blade Master for sure down the road in the other maps that we have. But yeah, both players are approaching the standard, and then the question is, what will happen in the mid and late game? Will WFZ go for worms? This is something we've seen from him in this matchup. Or will he be the one expanding first? This is also something weird that he did. It's been a while since they met. It was in Yule Cup and CC Masters. Both of these matches went to Fly. The 2 matches prior to that went to WFZ, but that was all in 2019, so that doesn't really count anymore. Historically, between them, it's 11-9. That is way closer than one would expect.
They really haven't met that much. Only twice this year. This will be the 3rd time. And the year before that, only 2 times as well, which is weird. It seems like they play all the tournaments all the time, but I guess they haven't been meeting that much recently. So here we go. Heroes start off onto the map for a bit of creeping. Farseer goes to the green spider crab first. Interesting. Keeping the camps outside his main, probably for the TC then, perhaps, the purpose here.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Need that sweet level 2 stomp as fast as possible. And this is kind of middle of the map, neutral territory. Why not take creeps away early if you can?
Good point, Neo. Very good point.
Thank you. Thank you. Rare praise from Mr. Remo Demo here. I'm on a roll today.
So, fast level 3 Farseer is normally what you try to aim for. If you get the level 2 wolves out quickly, you can apply a lot of pressure to the undead. Oh, look at that creep route, by the way. Farseer comes in with the last hit as well. But even without it, because on the left side, the grunt and the wolves are still creeping the green, he would have been level 2. Now he's got Chain Lightning. Doesn't get the zap here. The coil secures the last hit, threatening us around. The Farseer gets out. But that looks like a great opening here by Fly.
I agree. Put some damage onto the DK as well. A little bit more than necessary. New Wolf Summon puts pressure on the Fiend too. So... oh, yeah. I thought for a second he's gonna get that troll as well. Yeah. Good start, I would say. Grunts spread across the map, can start creeping with them. Fast tier 2, more grunts coming, shop up in case he needs it, and more pressure early. Don't let the undead get high levels.
And that's a super cool thing about this map. You can use the grunt that you had before for creeping to heal up for free at the fountain. Very nice, very nice. And I think WZ maybe didn't scout perfectly against this opening. This creep route has been shown before, and we see here how strong it can be. And ideally, you want to see with the Acolyte where the Farseer is going. And if he's going north, like he was here, I think you want to contest the green camp in the corner, steal the Kobold away from the opponent with Coil. You should probably be able to do that, but with the way it is now, Farseer is level 2.5. And that was a juicy, fresh little play right there. And now moving on to level 3 in the mid game. Liking what I'm seeing here so far by Fly, and seems to be taking this quite seriously here on the first map.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, if you're 6-0 already, you must have the drive to go 9-0, right? Like, it's like the X-Lord 20-0 thing we had in the Meisterschaft.
Oh, we're back.
Indeed.
The music was turned up quite a bit. That's back.
Player's forces are under attack.
Farseer creeping the lab. That's a big
Wow.
camp to take away from your TC, but I think it should line up pretty damn perfectly with level 3 as well.
Yeah, and you
Question
can
is,
still
tier 2.
creep the TC at the green, at the natural, and at the shop, right?
Oh yeah, that's actually a great creeper for the TC. You can go ogre into green into natural, and that's level 3 right away. You open up the the natural at the same time.
Yeah, man. Special Neo creep routes. I know my stuff.
A player's
So-
Yeah,
forces
dude.
are under attack.
I wonder how fast the expansion is gonna come in. Little bit of a problem here. WFZ is taking the turtles away. With that, I think the creep route doesn't line up as... What?
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 Crypt Lord second. That might be a first for me to ever see that.
Did he forget that he's only at tier 2? At tier 3, you sometimes see it. But very rarely.
In theory, this could work out really well. If you get Crypt Lord to 3 fast,
Player's forces
and
are
Lich
under
3rd
attack.
for Orb and Nova, playing that against tier 2 Mass could be amazing. Could be amazing.
Is he just
But,
towering the expansion? No, he's teching, right?
I think so.
He was at the shop. I was wondering if he goes for a skull.
Oh, the DK here coming in for the creep jack. But Fly played it safe, kept the Farseer around. One grunt is very hurt, however.
Critbot spent a lot of time in the base and didn't get anything from the shop. I'm kind of curious why that is.
Oh, he went
player's
Beatles
forces are under
first.
attack.
Yeah. This looks like an
mean-
anti-expansion build to me. And since the orcs are expanding at tier 2 most of the time with the Farseer, this makes sense.
These beetles don't survive very long, though, normally, at this stage in the game, where we're already 30 plus supply. But let's see how it goes. Interesting, certainly.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, this is how these games oftentimes are. It's either super high level and the games go like 30 minutes plus, or sometimes someone goes for a cheese. And this seems to be a cheese game, for sure. It's decent damage with the beetles only.
Doesn't quite get the cancel, though.
Not yet.
Great Hall still standing, but tier 3 is finished. Lich should be coming, I guess. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So, if WFZ keeps himself in the game for a long time, maybe he gets a counter expansion. If he gets really high hero levels, let's say 4-3-3, he is gonna be stupidly strong. Stupidly strong against the style of Fly. But getting to that point, that's gonna be the difficulty.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm looking at this with curiosity. There's something new, something fresh. Something maybe even spicy. Something crispy with the beetles.
A player's forces are under
Juicy,
attack.
juicy. Trying to snipe the Ogre Lord here. That's pretty much begging for a creep jack. This is very ambitious by Fly. But the magic of Speed Scroll might get him out of trouble, I guess.
Beetles do some good damage against the headhunters as well. What's the item? Oh, Unholy Aura. That is wonderful. Double speed aura for the orc. Trying to line up for that stomp. He doesn't really have the best disable, right? Like, yes, of course, Impale, but that's very limited.
Fly's getting owned right here. His end snare, or his Raider gun is snared by the creeps. He's losing more and more units. He didn't bring a dust against the burrow. He's in deep trouble. Level 2 for the Crypto. He now has Impale. Not sure if he has mana. The Beetle's actually working out kind of fine. Fly, a little too ambitious here, I believe. He never got to creep to level 3 TC. That's a big problem. And now come Destroyers. Make things even worse.
Ooh, okay. Expansion might be up, though, but the pendulum swings back. Supply-wise, it's kind of equal, but a lot of stuff should be in production for Fly right now. And now we got Impale as well.
Yeah, and Fly doesn't know if WFZ will be pushing right away. Instantly, so he's feeling uncomfortable taking the shop creep. But WFZ is taking the moment. He's creeping a little bit more up at the lab. And now the Unit has the decision to make. Does he counter expand right here, which could work? Or is he going to go for a big push?
There's a... Looks like a big push to me, right? Like there's no 5th ziggurat.
A player's forces are under attack.
So 50 supply all in. But there's also limited items. Maybe he makes a pit stop at the shop, and that's exactly what's happening. And he finds a creep jack here. Looking forward to that. Impale. Not yet though. Still no level 3 TC.
Farseer now coming back to help out the army. Statue was ensnared and taken out quickly. That's level 3. This TC needs to connect big time. Speed scroll, reposition, focusing the Destroyer at the same time with the Headhunters. Against the Destroyer, the Headhunters are good, but how well are they going to do against the Heroes and Fiends is the question. The Destroyer even gets away, Ensnare wears off. TC positioning himself for the next stomp, but decent splits here by the Fiends as well. Taking out the statues here, that's very important. Absolutely crucial to limit the sustain. Creep Camp somehow gets involved, and the TC is starting to land some big stomps.
Okay, maybe Fly is coming back into this. A lot of units are about to die. There was a lot of damage, of course, committed to the Destroyer, but he has to play him very, very carefully now. WFC down to 44. DK stunned in a surround. Does he have a TP? Yes, he does. And how do you push this Expo now?
Good hold here by Fly. Man, he's got so much gold. Lumber is a little bit the issue here. These beetles are working out kind of well. You just summon them over and over. They're not that strong, but they're more stuff on the battlefield that has to be taken care of. And against the Headhunters, they work kind of well. I feel like WZ missed an opportunity there, especially the statue positioning wasn't very good. If those are taken care of better, he can stay in that perhaps a little bit longer and take a really good fight. But well, now he's gonna shift course and is gonna go for the counter expansion as the Cryptod hits level 3, going for Beetles 2 instead of Impale.
That is interesting. Of course, the harass works a lot better with that. If you go for the economy, as you can still burrow the beetles, and they do decent damage. But Impale 2 is also... Maybe he thinks he has very limited mana across the board, so it's more likely to summon beetles than to Impale, and then he gets more value out of this.
Also a good point. If the statues in the bag regen mana over time, you get up some beetles, but it takes really long to get back to 100 mana for the Impale. Big items here to be found. Rune Bracers on the undead side. Probably going to be sold. Yep.
On the Orc side as well, for the TC, it's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, definitely wants to keep that. I'm not sure if Fly has scoured the expansion yet. Normally a wolf should make its way up there at some point. But even if he hasn't seen it, he has a big army right now. Fly could force a favorable fight here, perhaps.
With the mana potion, with the big healing, with the heal scroll. Why not? Wyvern are coming in. Web was already researched. Let's see how impactful these are going to be. Lands close to the Destroyer, so piercing damage is still very good. And this time he takes out the Destroyer before the End Snare wears off. That was good. Still so much mana. Aiming for that Lich as the DK is stunned for a couple of seconds. Can't get the kill just yet. Farseer has some mana for the Chain Lightning, and he's still committing. Oh, the stun just a second too late. Invo Potion pop. So that was a lot of mana committed. Also the Potion committed. Can he still get the kill on the Lich?
TC has one more Storm to use. Needs to make it count. Perfect position right there. WZ is kind of clumping up his units. TP out is forced, in fact. WZ there, again, very deep. The Cryptlord gets out, not having to use his Invul. Decent fight for Fly. But that was most of his mana. Almost everything dry now.
Yeah. We continue pushing. Need some statues. Oh, they are in the back. Okay. But it's only Frost Armor. No Nova with this. Coil long range to not get the DK in trouble. One Invo Potion remaining. Chain Lightning. And this is the end for the Lich. Couldn't just let it go, right? He had to get it done. Once he starts a project, needs to finish it.
Good focus fire here by the Orc player. There should be a Stomp again ready very soon. So is an Ensnare. This Cryptlord might be dead. There's an Invul though. Pops it, and with that perhaps he can get out. WZ has so much gold, but he didn't even go for a mana potion before. Had he done so, perhaps he could have saved that Lich, but now he's doing it with DK. and Cryptlord only. Cryptlord, though, close to level 4. That is going to get level 2 Impale, but the army still for Fly is so big. Seems to be overwhelming now.
Seems like there's no real solution to the headhunters as the beetles are busy in the front row. The abomination gets taken out without Disease Cloud and without the Orb of Corruption, man. How do you deal with an orc army? Lots of skeletons, lots of beetles was a nice idea for all that normal damage, but it didn't really work out. Impale, level 1. Oh no, now level 2 on the TC, but he's so healthy. Oh boy. Heal scroll as well. There's a TP out. I don't know. There's also the heal potion. He should be very safe. Also, how good is this Unholy Aura now against the incoming Disease Cloud?
Absolutely. Probably the best item on the map. More kills go to Fly. He gets level 5 on the Farseer. What's he gonna choose? Zap or Wolves?
Chain Lightning. Give it to me, baby. Oh, it's Wolves. You get your Wolves. Fly gets the DK kill and probably the 7th map in WCG.
Those headhunter blocks, man. Almost getting the kill on the TC, on the Cryptlord as well. TC is dropping low, but he has that juicy healing potion. It's about to hit level 5 here. Then he's gonna have another stomp as well. And yeah, WZ is losing kind of everything. He still has an expansion on the left side, but I got a feeling that won't be standing for much longer.
We got a level 3 stomp now, Remo. Do you want to comment on that?
It's not a bad ability.
Ah,
Not a bad ability.
what could it possibly do, this ability?
That's all I have to say about that, dude.
Come
It's
on,
not bad.
make the people happy. Give them your catchphrase.
Not bad. That's my catchphrase.
5 second stun, 7-second cooldown. Cryptlord dies as well. That's a double kill right here. And the TC is still so much mana. And so fast.
Look at those headhunters run, dude.
They're so
like little
fast.
Usain Bolts. Running good. Another
GG.
hero kill will be coming in here. GG.
7-0! He was struggling a little during
Yeah.
one fight, but then made the right adjustments and maybe WFC a little too greedy, fighting at 50 and not pushing. Yeah, the mid game was a little off by WFC and they kind of lost the game, kind of.
Fly also made some errors here, where this concentration was slipping in the mid game. The opening was really, really good by Fly, but then the tier 2 stage creep route for the TC was super greedy. That camp in the middle going for the Ogre, that could have been punished way harder. If this is WFZ in better shape or a slightly stronger Undead, I'm pretty sure Fly will lose that game, but good also by him there to recover. Even with the difficult position he was in, he was able to find the kills he needed, force a lot of TPs, threaten a lot of hero kills.
You know what
And
they
that's
say,
it.
Remo. A good horse only jumps as high as he has to.
Yeah.
What?
So that means if you're Law Lion and you're playing against I don't know, Elo number 50 in the world, you should Ancient of War deny 3 creeps.
I
at the
don't
start
say
of the game.
should, but you know, you're not forced to do everything perfectly. If it's enough, it's enough. Maybe take things a little lighter. Have some fun. That was game number 1 here, Concealed Hill. We move over to Last Refuge.
That definitely is usually more of a Blade Master map. It's also a decent map for Farseer plus Headhunters. That has been quite popular, especially in Europe for some time now, thanks to Grubby. In Asia, not necessarily that much. But with this being a game that is not relevant for the result, maybe Fly might surprise us with that style.
Maybe WFZ surprises us with the Cryptlord opening.
Oh, that could be an idea as well.
Ooh, see?
Cryptlord Fast Expo, hell
Damn,
yeah.
I got lots of good ideas today.
Yeah, not surprising to not see it on Concealed Hill. Cryptlord Fast Expo is very painful, but on LR it can work. On Terranus, in fact, we should see it.
Mhm.
I'm
Ah,
pretty
well,
certain.
it's WFZ. He played Terranas back in the old version, like the old Terranas version with the old balance, and he loved it. DK Fiend opening, go into Worms, let's go. Sometimes even winning.
I remember there was a day or a time on Netties where a lot of people were actually playing Worms, and it looked kind of good. And then Org realized, you know what? Maybe I should buy that Orb of Corruption and Berserkers and
Lightning,
that
you
Orb
mean?
of Lightning. Yeah, Orb of Lightning and Berserkers. And then it turned out, yeah, maybe not that good.
Also, fighting against worms is obviously hard, but if you hex them, fighting against seagulls isn't that hard. And they figured that out pretty fast as well. But it was always flashy. It was always cool for casters and the audience. A little
What
fancy.
game was that again? Was that Soen against WFZ on Echo Isles with the 5 Frostworms?
TBC, it was 6 frostworms. Of course it's TBC. If something completely crazy happens, TBC is oftentimes involved. I wonder if he's like that in real life as well. You know, sometimes walking on his hands. Or something.
Man, I would love to do a handstand, but my wrists are so weak, you know.
Do it.
It hurts.
So
My wrists can't handle it, bro. I need
for
wrist
the
training
for the
first.
viewers, man, sacrifice
TBC.
yourself.
TBC needs to coach me first, man. You know?
I can coach you on a handstand, no problem.
Oh, I would love to see you showing me how to do a handstand. Dude.
I'm gonna show you a YouTube video or something, and then stand by your side, and then get distracted by my phone, and you fall over, and oh sorry, I was busy with Candy Crush.
Yeah, you can have 2 apps open at the same time, can't you? Amazing technology.
It absolutely is an amazing technology. We are here, by the way, every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the group stage continues tomorrow and on Wednesday. And then we're going to have all of our 8 players. It's every day at noon. We have Moon tomorrow. We got Lin tomorrow. Moon versus Chimiko. Lin versus Soen, from 4 Chinese to 4 Koreans. And then on Wednesday, dude, that is going to be pretty insane, as we have Focus versus Michael for the round of 8. And we got also Lawlias versus Sock.
Yeah.
For the round of 8. So this week's program is perfect.
Yeah, especially Wednesday is going to be amazing, dude. It's going to be some really, really cool games, really important games that I heard a little birdie tell me these guys have been practicing for a lot.
Absolutely. Night Elf and Human, man, there's a special bond between them somehow. It's kind of a hate-love relationship. They hate to play against each other, but they love to practice with each other. So the best in the world, they form little practice groups and figure out new strategies. And yeah, one practice group involves Infi and Lawliot, which is a good think tank, if you ask me.
Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. I hope we're going to see LR. I want to see the Bash Bear, the evolution of the Bash Bear. But earlier, we had it vetoed, Neo. What a shame.
Because it's so strong.
Is that the new human veto? Twisted and Last Refuge? I guess so.
Yeah. Definitely Last Refuge.
Yeah.
Like, this has become a veto quite fast. Need to mute this. The static is so obnoxious. Anyway. Not too sure what's up. Maybe technical difficulties here. But yeah, thank God this is a round robin group stage, but there's pretty much no math involved.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. There is, in fact, no way that we're going to require a tiebreaker, which actually next week's Monday was reserved for the tiebreakers. But since they are not required, that's going to be one more day for the players to recover, when then on Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to have the top 8 knockout stage.
Pretty
And
much.
for that, of course, yeah. Seedings are important. So Fly is first place guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Colorful is first place guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
In Group A, could it still be everyone?
I have to be honest, I have to look up the map score there.
So Chimika could definitely be first.
Yeah, it could be anyone. If Moon wins 3-0, he wins the group. If Chimiko wins against Moon, he's
Definitely first.
definitely first. And if Moon only wins 2-1, then they have the same score, but 1-0 won against Moon, so that would make 1-0 the group head.
Okay, so everybody still can do it there. Dude, it could be TH and Moon both not making it out of the groups.
Yeah, the finalists of 2013. Semi-finalists of 2019. That's pretty crazy indeed. Lin is probably gonna win Group B.
Unless Soin beats him, then Infi's
Unless-
first place.
Exactly. Can you remember when was the last time the Warcraft scene has produced an upset like this?
DreamHack, Focus versus Moon.
But is that the same scale if something happens at a quarterfinal than one of the top favorites not making it out of the round of 16?
I would say it's similar, especially considering what the state of the matchup was and everything, and Moon's semi-divine status just in general.
We've had some upsets in WGL group stages when the reigning champion 1-0 or the reigning champion TH didn't make it. But there was also round robin 6-player group stages. There a lot of stuff can happen, especially offline. Remember those days, Remo, when there was offline events?
That was pretty cool, man.
Long
Traveling
time
around
ago.
the world, enjoying airplane food. Those were the days.
That's what you miss most, right? Not like the social aspect of stuff.
No.
Not the LAN environment for the players, the airplane food. I'm pretty sure you can
Airplane
order it
food.
somewhere.
Oh my god, dude, that's a business startup in the making. $1 billion idea right there.
You think? I think you're pretty lonely with your favoritism for plain food.
Yeah, I know. But I just really enjoyed it. It's not because it's necessarily so good. I am aware the quality of airplane food is mostly rather low, but it's just like what I associate with the meal, like traveling abroad and having new experiences and having this exciting feeling of going somewhere for an event, especially. It's just, it's part of the experience, you know?
Sweet. That is really sweet.
Do you remember WCA days when we were traveling with the little plane from Beijing to Yinchuan? Oh, that was a great meal. Yum, yum, yum.
No, I actually don't remember that.
The bread bun was in a little wrapping, and it was so dry. It was unbelievable. It was like duck food.
Can you mimic a duck? Real quick for our viewers?
Like quack. I don't think I can do a good
Yeah,
duck. I think
yeah,
you're
yeah.
better with the phonetic sound stuff.
That is absolutely true. Except, of course, for Bloodlust, there, Remo is the undisputed world Bloodlust champion, I think.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad we've been seeing it so little recently. I thought it was so cool in the matchup against Night Elf when we saw it more and more tier 3, Tiny Great Hall, Bloodlust, Torrent and stuff. But nowadays it's really all tier 2 momentum. You have to make sure you're as strong as you can be at all times, get your counter expansion up fast, protect it with the Shadow Hunter, and get up more and more grunts and shaman. Especially Fly versus Law Light. Remember that game? The 3-0. My god! Did he play so well? That was just insane.
Fly was crazy. Absolutely crazy that day. And that, was kind of symptomatic for the entire group stage. Like, everything can happen here at WCG. Do you have a favorite WCG moment? There's been so many.
From last year, one of my favorite moments was a rather small one, but seeing TH versus Side on the main stage and having Side perform so well, despite all the pressure he was under. He did lose in the end, Side did, but it was really fun to see him there, and the respect as well that TH showed him. I thought that was really cool. And also, of course, the insane game of Moon versus, I believe it was TH, on Echo Isles, where the heroes were all like 10 HP away from death, and then ultimates popping off and tranquility and just complete madness.
Yeah.
I think that's what stood out the most.
I
I
would
couldn't
love
see the final, unfortunately. I was traveling the next day.
I would love to have a vote. What's more iconic? Grubby's win in Cologne or Creo winning over Sky?
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
It was both so crazy. That's, I think, like the Western WCG moments. Of course, as an undead, when Ted won against Fly, was great for me personally, but I didn't watch it live, so it kind of fades in comparison.
Yeah, didn't Creolifos play sometimes Keeper first before it was cool?
Before it was
against
cool.
Orc with Hunts when Glaive upgrade was still tier 3. Remember, that was the thing. Back
The
in
Huntress
day.
Glaives, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know. It's so, I think the moment of Metamorphosis was definitely cooler, but for me personally, being in Cologne, in a packed arena, everybody's cheering for Grubby, that was more intense, I guess, because I was there.
Yeah. I mean, keeping up with a offline experience is really hard. It's just such a different energy. It's so awesome to see the players on stage, to be there surrounded by like-minded people. Hopefully,
I remember,
we can have
oh my
that
God.
soon again, but
That WCG, I remember I was at in faculty, and Zokul was qualified, and he found himself in a group with Moon. So he boot camped like crazy, I think with Grubby even back in the day. And he practiced his A off to beat Moon. That was his one goal, to beat Moon. And then the game started, it was best of one group stage.
oh yeah.
And he harasses with the Blade Master, and Moon just traps him, builds a Moonwell at the entrance. Zokul can't get out, game over in 4 minutes. that was so brutal. Poor Zokul.
Oh.
But we had a good laugh over it afterwards. I think he still made it into the round of, I think it was a round of 32 playoff or something. It was craziness.
What was the map? Do you remember?
I would think it's Twisted.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was the years when some tournaments still had Nullwood in the 1v1 map pool.
Norwood, Ancient Isles, Lost Temple, all these good maps.
And then they tried introducing at some tournaments exciting new maps, and what did they add?
Bright and Dark.
Thunder Isle.
Okay.
amazing.
I will never forget, like, the worst professional map of all time. There's no
Oh,
competition. Bright and Dark, dude. WCA 2014.
That was so funny.
With Runes of Rebirth on level 9, Thunder Lizards on the one side, and Rune of Rebirth on a Troll Trapper on the other side or something. It was not really balanced.
Yeah, there were, I believe I counted it one time, 46 creep camps on the map. And 2 of them had another rune, which I had never seen before. Rune of Improved Masonry. Where you would get the human upgrade. Yeah. Where your buildings would get more armor and more HP.
All of them.
Yeah.
Like for a limited time? No, like forever?
No, forever. Yeah.
Sam. There was
Sounds
this
balanced, right?
one Chinese map that they, like, there was a map contest or something, and then there was a little tournament on the maps that won the contest. And one of the maps had an item drop that was basically like an ivory tower, but with human farms that you
Yeah.
can put on the map as scouts.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
remember that. And they also had some other interesting items, like I think one would summon a Murloc or something. Remember that?
I think you could also find branches of lumber. It was super exciting, right? Oh, you creep a camp, it's so hard, you're eager for the reward, and then you see sticks. Nice.
Lumber wins games, Neo. Did you not know?
Sometimes. Okay, apparently Fly's network is unstable. So that is a little bit of an issue here. But as I say it, connection stabilized. Here we go. Map number 2. Can Fly go 8-0? Or will WFZ have a chance now? Last Refuge, hoping for some Blade Master action.
Speak for yourself, Neo, because I would like to see some Farseer headhunters.
Come on,
Farseer
what's
headhunters,
more entertaining?
TC.
Professional broadcast. What's more entertaining than Fly playing a Blade Master? You never know what's going to happen.
Fly playing Torrents. How about that? How about that, eh?
The do or die mentality of Fly and his Blade Master is unmatched in competitive Warcraft.
Yeah, looks very much like a Blade Master here indeed. We have no War Mill for early Headhunters, but rather a standard build. Ultra Burrow Barracks. So Blade Master grunts what we will be expecting here. And is that a no-shop build? That is a no-shop build, so it's going to be aggressive. But I guess it would take a little bit for a shop to come up. But with the altar towards the north, maybe he wants to be aggressive right away. Go for the circlets. Go for the high priests. I feel like Lin, and especially Fly, have prioritized getting these level 2 charged items a lot in their games recently.
True that. And charged items on LR. We, Wind of Illusion. We talked about this a lot. But yeah, we will see where this goes. Shadow Priest definitely a cool target. Did we see the first hero of WFZ already? Did we see the build?
It's a Ted Fiend opening.
Ah.
I think it's a DK. Now, I must admit I didn't exactly see the first hero, but I mean, it's WFZ, so it might be a Crypt Lord. No, it's a DK. Standard.
Well, he added the Crypt Lord on tier 2 in game 1. So maybe he can do that again here. He's aware of the Blade Master. He's aware of the movement of the Blade Master. So he should be prepared for this creep check here. But he doesn't have a dust.
Oh, and the DK getting blocked in right away. Great movement by the Blade. This is very likely to happen. I'm confused though that WFZ, he scouted the Blade movement and still went for the camp. Shouldn't you just go for the claws then instead?
Yeah, I don't really get it either. Because it's not like that easy to creep or not that fast to creep. Thanks to all the healing and the inner fire and stuff, but... Yeah, he had an interesting idea that didn't really work out. Yeah.
Yeah, so very little creeping here. Oh! Speaking of trapped Blade Masters, bro! Guess who's trapped? Okay, but too much damage on the Blade. Could cancel the Ziggurat. That is the second Ziggurat delayed for a long time, which means the second Fiend delayed for a long time.
And with that, creeping slowed down. And creeping is not really an issue for Fly. He's just gonna do it later with the Shadow Hunter. And his grunts are safe. Good opening, I'd say. Just with the Blade.
Blade Master, of course, as we know, is gonna get buffed soon. Not with the Windwalk or Crit, but rather with the Mirror Image, which is specifically supposed to help out against Night Elf. How relevant do you think it's gonna be in this matchup?
How relevant is what? Sorry?
Mirror Image.
A mirror image. Mirror image, yeah, very important, of course. It could win you games, you know, add a little confusion to the mix. Something that your opponent might not expect. I would love to see more mirror image. It's so impactful in this matchup. What's your opinion on it?
I mean, it was a sincere question. So you think there's just zero plays at all in this matchup to play mirror image? Even with the buff?
I mean, you could debuff Curse or Howl of Terror with it.
Or it could be Super Swag and dodge coils.
Ooh. Yeah.
Dude, for Howl of Terror and Curse might not even be too bad. But it's just that level 2 Windwalk is so good in the mid game, and level 2 Crit is also so good with Kodos. It's really hard to give up those skill points.
I mean, if
you know what? You just have to get level 6.
Yeah, exactly. But Blade Storm, dude, it's so flashy.
Blade Storm is trash.
But it looks so cool.
Literal trash.
It looks so cool. I wonder if someone can figure out a way to creep with illusions, like to very efficiently creep with illusions, or to interfere with opponents creeping with illusions.
A player's forces are under
in theory, you should be able to save a lot of gold on heal salves, especially on maps with a lot of piercing damage creeps. I'm sure there's going to be some development going to be done there, especially by Lin. I think Lin is going to... Blade Master just dies.
Way! As I told you, Fly and his Blade Master, eh? A classic!
Fly, what the hell was that?
You know, sometimes creeps are a little too impressive, and then you get blasted here and there. I don't know. Stuff can happen. Huh?
He died to the DK, though. He died to the DK.
Yeah, but before creeps were hurting him a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard before that his connection might not be the best today.
Sure, it's because of the thing. Yeah.
Or he just wants to give WFZ a chance, you know? Be a little nice.
All right.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, I guess. Finding double ring. Not too bad, I guess. Protects the heroes, TC, and Blade Master a little bit better. But nowadays, we don't see that much hero focus by Undead anymore in many cases. Unless we go super late with high-level heroes. Oh, great scout here with a skeleton. Sees the orc over at the Merc camp. That can lead to a creep jack quickly. Uh-oh, Fly! You don't want to lose these heroes again.
Maybe he does. I don't know. Boots of Kalthalas, it is. Great item. There's no Nova yet, but ooh, Hex and Speed Scroll. Gotta get out. Coil can't really connect. We have a Wyvern opening.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice last hit as well.
Doing some
Yeah.
damage.
That creep jack feels like it didn't do that much.
Yeah. Forced some items, I guess.
Yeah. That's definitely an early game advantage for Orc. Getting creep jacked is way less dangerous thanks to Speed Scroll. So Orc can be a lot more ambitious with their creep attempts in the early stages. Once Nova and Destroyers come out, that becomes a little more difficult, but that takes a while. Whereas Tier 3 is now finished and the TC is coming out pretty damn quickly here for Fly.
Yes, gets his lap up, creeps more, level 2, One of the Wind is amazing against Undead. Denies coils and can get heroes stuck in precarious situations. WFC is trying to creep experience away from Fly's side, kind of okay, but still no level 2 Lich. He's moving towards the tavern, should be a Dark Ranger then. Level 3, he's going Windwalk too. I would love to see crit 2, but understandable if the Shadowhunter is level 3.
Yeah, the scouting potential this gives you and the creep steal potential as well is really nice to have. Shadowhunter needs level 3. As I said, there's a bit of an advantage in the early game creeping for Orc with Speed Scroll in terms of what you can risk. But there's also a disadvantage with Shadowhunter in the Tier 3 stage. You need level 3 to take a decent fight. The Lich is fine on level 2. If WFZ grabs up a Dark Ranger right now or a Pit Lord, he's ready to fight right away. Whereas this Shadowhunter still needs to get the next level up. He's gonna get a Cloak of Flames, which is pretty cool.
For the Blade
The
or
question
the
is,
TC.
put it on the TC or the Blade Master.
I like that he splits the rings, one to the Blade, one to the TC, to make them both tankier and both protected against the Orb of Corruption.
Yeah, I like that as well. I think I'd prefer to see the Cloak on the Blade Master because it also does damage against statues. And the Blade Master should always be in the back attacking those statues. In fact, he's taking out one now. Might cost him the invul, but that's definitely a worthwhile trade. Trying to go for 2 even. Don't think he has enough damage for that, though.
You can hope for some crits, and otherwise, you know, Fly always so safe with his Blade Master.
Yeah, of course.
Here's a little piggy bank for uncertain Blade Master kills, you know? Always something in reserve. Do you think Cloak of Flames should work against Frost Armor?
You mean it burns it away?
Yep, it melts it.
Oh, that's, of course, it sounds cool, but no, please not.
You're not in for some jokes today, aren't you?
A player's forces are under
You're
attack.
a
Always so
casters,
serious.
Neo.
Yes. TC coming in. Silence though. But this army of WFZ doesn't look too promising, to be honest. No statue. No healing from the DK as there is the One of the Wind. Once dispelled. Stomp was good. Next One of the Wind should come in shortly. And this army
The
looks...
coil was still on cooldown. This is a great One of the Wind usage so far. Next one could be coming in soon. Silence again though. Kodo comes in now finally. Destroyer was healed again. The damage here isn't that high yet. DK, how much mana does he have is the question. Stomp coming in again prevents the next coil. But there it is again. Could have been a Wand of the Wind used right there. Didn't do it though. More Headhunters going down. Level 3 for the Shadowhunter. Finally! That's the big level up on the heal wave. Lich in trouble as well. Has to go for the invul. Hex on the DK. Looking for more kills. No purge on the statue. I thought it always was a first hit purge. Oh my
Not even the
goodness.
second. What? I'm baffled. It's a big invul here, by the way. He had 2 of these. So everything kind of slowed down, but the block with the Headhunter, he really wants the statue. And there's the purge. There's the proc. So WFZ down to 38. One of the wind again. He's hunting that Lich. There's the backstab, and he's gone.
Good fight here by Fly. Could take a decent engagement, even with the Shadowhunter being level 2 only for quite some time. Oh, threatening now the Death Knight. Has to TP out. And that's a late game fight going the way of the Orc, and that oftentimes will quickly trigger a tiny Great Hall, and with that the win condition.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Okay, why not? Because he's very short on resources. Had to rebuild some units as well, but could be... Yeah, it is definitely free creeping in the bottom right. WFZ can't contest this. Is going for his save lab. Berserker upgrade coming. Raiders as well for more control. Fly in a very good state. Hero levels look good. Inventory looks good. He still kept one Wand of the Wind. I kind of like that. And now red spot items.
Only finding the Ancient Django. That's an item he already has. It's a bit of a downside for Orc creeping the red camps. 2 of the items you can find you already kind of have. The auras at least. But it's good experience as well. If the TC gets to 3, that is just marvelous. And is it time now for that tiny Great Hall? 600 gold. Fly almost has it.
Healthstone for WFC. Level 4 goes for Aura 2. Despite all the hero focus, no Death Pact. Yeah, level 2 crit coming. And close-ish to level 3 afterwards as well. Move the DK away, move the blade away.
Players' forces are under attack.
Not happening. Is it enough? No. No.
Not the most claws on the Blade Master, but really good attack speed. And thanks to the Code Aura, still a good bonus damage. We have now level 3 Lich and the Robe. Not looking too shabby at all. But there is the tiny Great Hall shop right next to it. I like that a lot as well.
Yeah, cool
And
multitasking by Fly to creep with the blade and the TC and send the Shadowhunter to the base, get the tiny, grab it up. Very efficient play.
And this is now where he reaches level 3. TC as well. Boom, there it is. Is that another ring? Oh no, Talisman. Oh my god. Look at that tanky boy TC.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be rough to slaughter the cow. No big level ups really for WFZ. Of course, level 2 Nova is amazing.
And WZ has not much time. He must go for an all-in attack here very, very soon. He's gonna have to fight up against an Orc shop at the expansion. Takes out one more statue. Costs him an invul again. That might become relevant. Blade Master now, I think, can't go for a new invul. They might be out of stock.
Still 50 supply. Now the burrows are ready. And he should be able to produce up to 70 in no time. But here's the push with a small lead for WFZ. 2 invuls on Fly side. 1 big invul and a health zone for WFZ. Let's see where this goes.
Easy could have broken out of that silence with an invul if he wanted to, but no, he's just holding on, surviving for now, taking quite a bit of damage from the Nova in the back. Blade Master going for the statues by himself in the back line the way he's supposed to. He way of holding on as long as he can, and the statues will be taken out here over time. Those, of course, can't be coiled. That's sustain gone for the undead. Fiends now getting all stomped.
Oh my god.
Wonderfully placed.
Dude,
the cloak doing good damage.
The attack speed of the Blade Master with the 2 claws and the boots is so nuts. Looks like a custom game. Chop, 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 chop. And with that, he gets a lot of crits as well. WFZ, everything super hurt. TC comes in again. No mana at the moment, but a lot of sustain still. Here comes the stomp. Here's the focus. Backstab Hex. Ciao DK. GG 8-0.
In the end there, that looked really convincing. Fly, I think, out-microing WZ for large parts of that game. And to think that this game started off with a Blade Master loss.
See, Fly has it calculated in. This is part of Fly's game plan.
Yeah.
Let your opponent...
Just like Goku, you know, put on some weights, make it a little harder for yourself.
Exactly.
You gotta ramp up the training intensity. Yeah, true.
Your opponent feels safe, and then boom, here you go. You hit him with your real force, and then there's no competition. 2-0 for Fly. He will have a clean 3-0 at the end of this, but will he also have a clean 9-0? That's the question.
We're going to have one more map here to be played out, which is going to be Terrana Stand, which I think is pretty cool. That is definitely the best fast expansion map. This should be the best Crypt Lord first map. But Fly has also shown that he knows very well how to play against Crypt Lord, even if he's going Blade Master Tier 3 style. Creep up the map, get a counter expansion at some point, go Wind Riders, get high levels. But I'd like to see it. Crypt Lord definitely has faded out of popularity again a little bit, but still it can be played.
Yeah, WFC was one of the early adopters in Asia, right? But of course, Fly was one of the players who was exposed to that the earliest when Xlord played WGL, and he found a solution to that. I think I haven't seen him lose against that yet.
Man, those WGL games were so insane. The game on Twisted, where it was just non-stop fighting for 10 minutes, and on Northern Isles, Xlord turtling and going up to 100 supply in this insane battle, which probably he would have won with a better ping.
He was fighting in his base with like 2,000 gold. We'll never forget that. Xlord. That was glorious.
Patient man. Patient man.
Right, one more map today. Tomorrow we're back, of course, with WCG, and we will see if Moon's WCG curse is still going strong, as he's in a decision match against Chemico. We also will conclude Group B, where Lin is fighting for the group win. He's up against Soen in an Orc Mirror. Lin also 2-0, Chemico 2-0. They could follow Fly into the 3-0.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure out who's going to be facing whom here. Who's going to be drawing the groups? Who's going to be our luck fairy?
Should be Frenzy.
Should be Frenzy?
Should be Frenzy. He seems to have a lot of fun on the Korean broadcast that we see. To me, Frenzy is the fairy. The lottery fairy.
Yeah, I can see that. Is it even that much better to get first place rather than second? Because you're going to have to play against Infi or Lin. One of the two.
Yeah.
You're going to have to play against Sok or Law Lyot.
Yeah.
You're going to have to play against Moon, Chimico, or 120. It's like, pick your poison. No matter who you go up against, it's going to be rough.
Maybe you want to be second place to face Colorful.
That's, of course, complete nonsense, Neon. Colorful is the strongest player in this top 8. We all know that. He just 2-0 TH. Can you 2-0 TH, Neo? I don't think so.
I would have gone for the 3-0, obviously, but, it's kind of hard to find a fair comparison with, ping difference and stuff.
Yeah, don't want to embarrass TH, of course. That wouldn't be nice for his fans. Yeah, in Group C, as we saw earlier, TH was kicked out by Colorful. Quite the upset there. We're going to have one more game there to determine who's going to be second place. Michael or Focus. That's going to be a cool one, dude.
Absolutely. Two of the eternal Koreans that's been with us for a long time. Former teammates in Medium Makers. It sounds like it's been forever. But yeah, they're still around, still strong. Michael, rising shape. Focus, always a constant in the scene. And that is my favorite sound of all the WCG broadcast stream. Well, the game is starting. Last one of the day.
Terrana Stand will be our map. What will be our strategies? This could be quite a long one. 2-base versus 2-base. Very popular in some matchups, like Human versus Night Elf. In Undead versus Orc, normally that was only reserved for the very, very late game, but with the development of the Crypt Lord, we see it a little more nowadays. Is it gonna be the Lord of the Crypt, the Beetle Daddy, Papa Roach? No, actually it's not. No. It's just gonna be a standard Ted Fiend opening with most likely a DK.
With that being asked, will it be the 9-0? Everyone who's fan of the Horde is hoping for that, of course. Only one... Oh no, could be 2 undeads in the round of 8, of course, with Michael. Could be 2, or already 2, but could be 3 orcs in the round of 8 with Fly, Lin, and Focus. Linguagua, unfortunately, very closely not making it.
Yeah, it was a photo finish there towards the end for Linguabra.
Dude, he got the prize for the best strategies, though.
And the closest game, I think, as well.
Here on this
On
map?
Coils.
Again, oh yeah, that one, yeah, of course. This one against 1-2-0 was also super close. Tower Rush against Undead, hells yeah.
Tower Rush? You mean the Shadowhunter Pit Lord?
Yeah.
There was no towers though. There
Tower.
was barracks and a shop.
There was also a burrow and there was a tower for a while.
Was there?
Yep.
There was definitely a burrow, that's true. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, what do you need towers for when you have level 2 snakes? They're way better anyways.
There are little towers for sure. We have a Blade Master once again. Pretty decent items here for him as well, with slippers and claws and all that. And this time he builds a shop, sells the TP right away. Will he contest the mercenary camp? Is WFC going for the mercenary camp? No, so they're contesting the middle.
Alrighty. In the middle, the green camps, they don't give that much experience, but they give some juicy... Wait a minute.
What? Is he going for the green into base?
Oh, he wants to steal his
The
merc
player's
camp
forces
away.
are under attack.
Ooh. That is pretty... Wait. He's changing his mind? What's he doing? He is confused a little bit. Was he trying to trigger a lightning shield, maybe?
I don't know,
Imagine
maybe.
If you trade the lightning shield right there, it was pretty amazing.
Is that working out, dude?
It's kind of close. Why isn't it going for a Shadow Priest?
He's dead.
Oh! Oh!
He's still dead.
Forces are under attack.
Well, you don't want your opponent to have the big consumables, I guess. That was a big big part of Fly's game plan. So, yeah, one objective he got. The other objective, like keeping his blade. Yeah, that is like for a big potion of invulnerability. You can sacrifice a Blade Master level 1. Come on.
And give the DK 3 items for free?
No. That would have been excellent Blade
What?
Master items, by the way.
Why didn't he go for
Player's
Shadow
forces
Priest? I guess he
are
was
under
supply blocked. I guess with the 1 burrow tech, you're just stuck at 20 out of 20 for so long. Yeah, but with the Shadow Priest, that works out easy, but without it, maybe not so much.
Well, definitely fun watching Fly in a little bit of troll mode, trying to get the TP up. This is decent experience with the skeletons. 1, 2, that's 25.
Oh,
XP bash. But okay, level 2 for the aura. Ooh,
pick that up so fast, those claws. That was kind of important as well. Blade is super low mana, though.
A player's forces
Wait,
are
is the
under
DK
attack.
surrounded? Wow, the 1 grunt surround forces the staff.
This game is pretty cool, dude. I know you're kind of a perfectionist and stuff and always enjoy the perfect micro and all. I'm a big fan of NA Warcraft, and this is kind of similar.
I actually saw Hitman's stream today, shortly before the broadcast against WFZ. Was playing quite a few games, and I think he mostly won them.
Hitman is very good, dude.
Player's forces are
Pretty
under
good.
attack.
According to Bidu, the best orc in the world.
Is that so?
Yeah. I mean, Fly and Lin, they're not that good, right?
They certainly don't have 2,000 letter games in 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah,
That
there's
was a
our
cool
rookie
dude.
numbers.
Love Hitman. Okay, creeping the lab with 3
player's
grunts.
forces
No
are under
problemo. Stop. Wait, is he expanding?
Is that another claws? Does he have double claws, double gloves?
Yep.
And one of them is +9?
Yep.
Oof. This is gonna be a juicy lich. Gonna be juicy, gonna be fresh, gonna be looking hot, looking spicy.
Yeah, it's gonna be good for the Lich indeed. Lich is coming. Tier 3. Standard WFZ. Staff teleportation dropped into the base. That's kind of neat, man. Haven't seen
Yeah.
that too often before.
Until the Blade Master steals it.
He's slot starved. Everybody knows, Remo.
It is
A
known.
player's forces are under attack.
Blade's gonna get level 3 here after all, a decent time. I hope he keeps the crystal ball. Against Burrow, it's very helpful.
Shadowhunter 2nd is out now. Waiting for the tier 3 on his side, of course, as well. Build of giant strength, not perfect. This lid's gonna be so sick. Oh boy. Here we go, going for the DK.
It's a lot of damage already, a little scary. With the speed scroll hex coming in, this could be dangerous.
Forces are under
But
the map
good skeleton
now.
scouting in the middle of the map. Saw the Shadow Hunter bottom left. So, he knows. He's free
It
to
is
do what he
no.
wants.
But yeah, that's why the Blade Master level 3 is so obnoxious. Just lots of mana, Windwalk forever, lots of information, decent amount of damage, and so much time for the Shadow Hunter to creep with a Lightning Shield now. Oh, fly. Didn't get it. Health Stone it is. Very helpful against this harass now.
A player's forces are under
Yeah,
attack.
WC's gonna take some damage from this camp here without statues. Painful, but so is Fly. Oh boy.
As if Fly would lose anything creeping. Come on.
He doesn't lose grunts creeping. He's next level.
Tier 3, Lumber Mills, soon to have Kodos. Looking, I kind of love to see a Temple of the Damned, something. Just something fresh.
Something a little spicy, maybe.
That wasn't on purpose. Ah, it's fried into my brain, Remo.
Dude, Fly is creeping so risky. It's incredible. But it's working out, man.
Looking forward to that Orb of Corruption, then the damage.
Might be good.
And
Lots
you
of
got-
good items here to be found. Like, for example, this
A
one.
player's forces are
Scourge
under
of Bone
attack.
Chimes. He didn't skill Hex on the Shadow Hunter. What's that about?
There we
Okay,
go.
Now he does.
Maybe everything was so hurt from creeping, and he knew that his opponent was on the other side of the map, so it could add a little sustain.
Destroyer form upgrade coming. There's still enough lumber for a Banshee house, but we don't see it yet. It's a Dark Ranger.
A player's forces are under attack.
Don't you think it's a little insulting to call it the Banshee House? Isn't that like hate against necromancers?
You think I'm not respecting their feelings enough?
Yes.
A little discriminatory?
Yes, I think you have to apologize for the to the necromancers.
You know what? As soon as they start becoming anything but completely utter useless trash, then I will.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, WZ here very far forward in enemy territory. TC comes out. No orb yet though. Orb of lightning that is. So that's a bit of a problem here for Fly. It's taking him forever to take out the statue. Gets it in the end. Dude, these right clicks from the Lich. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Look at that.
This is so crazy strong, this Lich. He definitely needs this orb very soon. And WFC is expanding. This kind of feels like Fly might lose his first map in the tournament.
A player's forces
Yeah, it's not
are
looking
under
bad for the undead at all. Shadowhunter has like no mana, by the way. This is a very
Weird.
tough fight for Fly to take.
And
TC is
the
gonna get
TC
taken out.
Yep, very low. And silence. Can he get one stomp out before he's de-silenced? No! Blade Master takes the statue out, but yeah, you want progress on that TC. So important. Kodo can't really eat, gets nobody's dead. Oh, he passed the Ankh, I see. That's a nice play by Fly. Uses the death of his heroes to his advantage.
Oh, they're still in trouble. Invul! Oh my god, last second coil. Wow.
wasn't
WC cutting it real close over here.
Yeah, he was in Windwalk already. Now WFC forced to TP out. Trying to get the Fiend, didn't work. 39 versus 39.
I think Fly can
A
just
player's
still go for a
forces
tiny
are
Great
under
Hall though,
attack.
can't he?
Kind of short on resource. We can sell something. TC didn't get any experience there in this fight.
Yeah, WZ is still pretty far away from getting up to a really big, scary army. Like 65 supply with Banshees. Blade Master's gonna scout the natural, gonna harass the Acolytes a little bit.
A player's
And
forces are under
yeah,
attack.
Fly only needs around 400 more gold and he can go for the tiny.
He's creeping that up. We'll follow, and then we're on 2 base. 2 base, and we love that. Tier 3, double base, big armies, big inventories, high-level heroes. That's how we like our Warcraft.
Yeah, and then we're gonna probably see some late game tech additions being thrown in as well. For Undead, that is Banshees, and for Orc, that's normally Walkers with Spirit and
A player's
Peaceful.
forces are under attack.
as the Blade Master is still harassing the Acolytes. Doing a good job here. This has to be responded to by at least one hero, aka the Lich,
Town is under siege.
or the entire army, so Fly is buying some good space for his own expansion.
Tiny in the inventory. TC closing in on level 3. Ooh, there's still a big
Oh, wow.
consumable. I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, he had like 0 experience a moment ago, and suddenly
Yeah.
has level 3.
Shop and
Boom.
Merc Camp. He's again doing the same creeping, right? With the Shadowhunter super fast to 3, he gets
A player's forces are under
to
attack.
build a tiny Great Hall. TC kind of solo creeping even, but not abandoning the Blade Master completely, so he's kind of close to 4 as well. I like that. Good balance.
And the 2 little apprentice wizards actually line up perfectly there for the level 3. Very nice, very nice.
That is the Remo appreciating something voice. I like it. Oh, do you appreciate that? Finally got the dust.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, WFC is breaking upkeep. Only 7 gold income. Is the expo saturated even? I'm not sure.
Yeah, for WSG, I think a few Acolytes might be missing. Yeah, 1 here still. Fly, not breaking a sweat. Not breaking upkeep. Lumber is looking decent. I expect the Torrent Totem to come down soon.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, there are quite some upgrades to get. Damage, armor, Warsong battle drums. And items. of
WSD
course.
seems very afraid to move out. I guess once he does, Blade is just
A player's
gonna
forces are under
attack
attack.
the Acolytes again.
Things are calming down. Yeah, he has no TP. And there's, of course, no Necropolis at his expansion, so he doesn't want to expose it at the moment. Lots of Invo potions in place this game. One on the Blade, one on the TC, one on the Lich, one on the Dark Ranger. And the Health Stone, of course.
It looks like WFZ is really afraid of getting attacked and wants to get ready for such an attack and be as strong as he can be. And Fly seems to be realizing that very well. He was being greedily staying in at 50 supply for a long time, getting lots of upgrades. Now breaking himself, though, going up to 59. Wouldn't have minded seeing a Shredder as well. With that, then you can afford all the tech you want, Torrents and Walkers and whatever.
For tech you need lumber, and for that you need ghouls. And Blade Master's dealing with this. Close to level 4 as well. Oh, silence, Coil Nova, stab.
Kind of close.
No problem.
Ah, there's a Shredder. I hear the shredding going on. Nice.
1 piercing damage upgrade, 1 defense upgrade, and breaking upkeep. Both neck and neck towards the finish line. And there's the Temple of the Damned.
Yeah, we definitely want the curse. Ideally, when this goes super late, also some possessions to come in. And it seems like Fly's connection issues once again plaguing him, unfortunately.
It's not that
Well,
late in China. Usually the internet gets worse the later it is, but maybe it's prime time. Should be 8 p.m. something.
Yeah, we started this game off once again with a Blade Master loss, but that is just part of the Fly flavor. Honestly, he recovered really, really well. Great creep route with the Shadowhunter. Very greedy at times when 3 grunts were below 300 HP. But it worked out. Got good levels now.
Do you think he needs some extra motivation, like the Michael Jordan meme? Now it's personal. That's why he donates his Blade Master away a couple of
Well,
times.
I don't know. Shouldn't he be more mad at the creeps then, though? Because they seem to be doing most of the work.
Well, he's creeping a lot this game.
True. Even the little level 1 wizards, which are basically children, were not spared. Cruel. Cruel, ferocious.
That the world is cruel.
It's a rough world out there. Or, as some artists say, it's a hard knock life for us.
That is Dr. Evil and Mini-Me, of course.
And we're back in the game.
Indeed. With a fight, with the Stomp that didn't hit anything, I guess. Silenced right after. Dark Ranger out of that fight for now. Could need a coil. Blade Master damage not as crazy as it was in game 2. He's going for the Lich once again. There is an Invo Potion. Not with the crit, but there was no crit. Headhunters all in range of the Destroyer. That hurts. Now the Grunt's also in range of the Fiends. He's trying to burrow. Wonder if there's dust. Yes, there is. Takes care of the spiders. Oh man. This doesn't look good for WFZ at all.
Yeah, it seems like the arachnophobia is being curbed. All the spiders are getting taken out. Lots of kills on the other side as well, especially the Berserkers are falling. But Banshees are severely lacking in this engagement. Another Stomp coming in, looking for the next hero kill. WFZ kept his heroes alive pretty well. The Dark Ranger here survives as well. Only 2 Fiends left now. Looks like WFZ will have to TP out soon once the mana is gone. The DK, that was his last coil.
How? Oh, he lost so much. And there's still so much mana. Trying to threaten TP now that is of course on the DK. But for some reason WFZ still wants to stay in this fight even without any mana on Lich and Dark Ranger. Maybe he just pulls... oh, he has a Stomp! That's the kill. Ay. Great Stomp! Getting the DK with a crit against the Dark Ranger! Oh no! Wcg in trouble! And there's another unit falling. Oh, disaster!
That's what we call time for a second Tiny Great Hall.
Utter disaster. Stayed a little long, hey?
In those fights, you need Banshees. You just need Banshees.
Or the get out. Way faster.
Yeah, certainly would have helped not to lose those 2 heroes, but even without that, it was a painful fight. One that heavily favored Fly, and there it is. Tiny Great Hall, number 2.
3 orc bases. Ay.
Yeah, his upgrades must be quite insane as well with that Shredder.
1-1. It's in the upper left.
Of course. Who doesn't know that? Well,
I wonder how long the fights go well for Fly if there's a increasing number of Banshees because he has no dispel.
Yeah, I'm very surprised by that. Where's the Torrent Totem? Could go for double Torrent Totem now.
That doesn't add much damage. Okay, Torrent do, but there's one. Isn't there? At the shop? Yeah, right? Yeah, that looks like a totem to me.
Cute little proxy position. Yeah, adding in 1 or 2 walkers for Dispel and for Spirit Link can be really good. Walkers have an interesting spot in the meta. Like, you don't want to go for them early because early at around 40 supply to 50, Destroyers can still be really good where they don't get sniped so easily. But once we get to this stage, 65 supply, 70 supply, where there's so much bonus damage from Kodos and Headhunters, Destroyers become very weak. They can get taken out super quickly, so once again, the power level of Walkers greatly increases.
They also do good damage against Abominations. They are at it now. Kodos, of course, super great against them as well if they can reach.
Dude,
Fly has...
he got quickly back to a strong army again, though.
Yes.
It looked like he lost everything, and now he's at 70 again.
He has 2 bases and 3 production buildings. That's what you get. And Fly invested into the Tiny Great Hall that yet has to pay off, but man, it's a lot of Headhunters.
Yeah, it's pretty much the perfect late-game Orc army. Headhunters, Kodos, a few Walkers. Somehow these Grunts are still alive, which is amazing.
They added some good damage against the Fiend in Fight 1. But yeah, here we go again. Blade Master misses, so that's the power of the curse. Even focuses them with a coil, interestingly.
Silence wears off on the TC. Here come the Stomps again. The big late-game power of the Orc is the crit and the TC Stomp. Shadowhunter heal, of course, also not too bad. Kodos got off some Devours, but some A-Bombs are still standing, spreading the disease, now getting taken out here towards the top. Oh, the coil. just barely comes in time, but with a crit, that coil didn't do much. Bought a little bit of time. Again, going for the heroes. With a Storm, the DK is in trouble, has to TP out again. He knows the Hex might be coming. He moves the Destroyer in anticipation. That was a nice move. But again, Fly holds, this time at his third base, and keeps on pumping out more and more units.
74 supply, 2-1 upgrades, mana potion on the TC, invo potion on all heroes, close to level 3 critical strike, closing in on level 5 as well for the level 3 stomp. And how does WFZ scale from here on out?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Thank you.
At WGL, I think is where we saw most of these games, these ultra late game 2-base versus 2-base games, when Happy played so well. The way he was able to compete against the Spirit Link and the late game power of Orc was not with a Dark Ranger third, but with a Pit Lord third, who especially with Cleave can be really good. This is the late game problem for Undead, I think the biggest one. The Dark Ranger doesn't scale nearly as well as the TC does, who is insanely powerful with the Aura and the Stomp.
This army doesn't seem too powerful either. Level 3 of the Dark Ranger here for Black Arrow too, but I wonder if she will get a lot of kills. I mean, the Lich is super powerful. Maybe in combination you can take out some Headhunters, as they are really scary against the Destroyers. Half the army is not even in this. Hero Focus is the name of the game. Doesn't work so far. Lich in trouble, Dark Ranger in trouble. It seems it's just a matter of time.
Another TP forced. This time all heroes will survive. And WFZ makes it back home with 63 supply. But Fly is at almost 80, 1,000 gold, and the main expires. So with that, WFZ down to 1 mining base, and Fly still at 2.
And it's definitely time for the third Tiny Great Hall now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Tiny Great Hall. Occupy the bottom left. Show him who's the boss. Dude, third damage upgrade for the Berserkers with the Kodo Aura. They have 49 max damage. Whew.
What's it called again? Mithril something?
No, Mithril is the human stuff. And
I
they
thought so
have,
too when I looked it up.
What's it called?
Thorium?
Thorium ranged weapons or something?
Chat will know. But man, the inventory for Fly is so amazing. Like, the Blade Master is as safe as a Fly Blade Master can be, with a big invul and 2 mana potions on the Shadow Hunter. And the TC, kind of a mix of both. Arcanite. Oh yeah, I like the Pokemon. Here we go. Stomp on pretty much half the army. WFZ is trying to expand in the bottom left, but that's not going to work. Level 4 Lich, finally. But I doubt that's going to change the game. Level 4 on the Blade. That should be crit 3 soon. And the Headhunters, man, they don't care at all.
The power of Stomp here looking a little too strong, along with everything else. A lot of things coming together. Fly with a great game. It started off a little wonky, losing the Blade, but that's nothing new for Fly. He knows how to recover from that, and is now absolutely smashing this fight.
Oh, feels bad, man. This is just so one-sided at this point. This poor soul WFZ was eliminated prior to this game already. Put on a good fight, but Fly is undefeated this entire group stage. Ladies and gentlemen, 9-0.
And with that, by numerical proof, the strongest player in our group stage.
And he faced 3 different races. 3-0 versus Lawlight and Night Elves, 3-0 versus Sock and Human, and 3-0 versus WFZ and the Undead. So, give him Orc next.
Who can stop this man? Who can stop this man? Lin might be one of his biggest challenges. And in fact, Lin will be making it out of Group B. We don't know if it's going to be in first or second place. But yeah, these 2 orcs are looking really good. And there's a third orc still having a chance to make it out of Group C. And that's Focus.
That is Focus indeed. We will see him on Wednesday when he's playing the decision match against Michael. So 2 Koreans against each other. Tomorrow, we got the decision match for Moon as he's facing Chimiko. 2 Koreans fighting for the playoffs. Night Elf versus Human. This is going to be insane. I know that both players will go very well prepared into that match tomorrow.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun to see. Moon, started off with a bit of a shaky beginning at against 1-0, losing there, but still has a chance alive. Today we saw TH dropping out. And I think you, not least of all, were very surprised to see that. That was one of the biggest upsets here.
Don't
in
tell
our
me that you are
tournament.
not surprised.
It's my
Come
boy.
on.
It's my boy, I knew it.
Liar. Fly 3-0 here. Colorful eliminating TH. Yeah, that was the upset. Maybe the upset of the year. Because Colorful was in a slump. TH is still considered one of the best players in the entire world. WGL top 2, WCG top 2. That's not gonna happen. Colorful wins the group as well. So top seed from Group C, and Michael versus Focus will determine the runner-up.
Here we see Group D. Flying first, Sock and Law line. That's going to be our big decision there to be made. Who's going to make it through? WFZ with a valiant effort, but it's another tournament where the Undead doesn't make it too far. Lin versus Stowing coming up tomorrow, and Moon versus Jamiko.
It's going to be a little bit of a warm-up where everything is decided already. Lin continues. He needs a good score to surpass Infi once again. He needs to win to surpass Infi once again. Soen, it's his last hurrah. He's already eliminated. He will still do his best. It's of course a lot on the line. Same country, same race, you know. Lin is the big hero of all orcs. You want to tickle him a little. You want to get a good result there to show off. But the more important thing is obviously Moon versus Jamiko for the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Is that where Moon can hold fast and prove his mettle and make his fans happy? That is kind of what we expected today from TH. So we shouldn't be too sure that it's going to be such a clear affair. But I'm going to be definitely very looking forward to those strategies. I'm sure Jamiko and especially Moon will have something very specific prepared.
Oh yeah, gonna be good. We are here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for the foreseeable future at the World Cyber Games Connected 2020. Everything a little different this year, but nonetheless, we got 2 amazing Warcraft tournaments here. As you know, for the past 4 weeks, we've been broadcasting the one-on-one competition, and in almost no time, like 2 weeks, we'll start the team competition as well, where we're gonna see some 2-on-2s too. So, mark it in your calendars. Tuesday, Wednesday, we decide the group stage, and then we go into the playoffs here at the World Cyber Games. $25,000 on the line. Neo, Remo, back to Warcraft. Out. In a bit. Now.